Okay, and we are live. And by the way, along with the new music idea, um, I think later I'm gonna make like a slide that says the gang gets lost in Barovia, whatever. We should do some kind of
That could be your thumbnail.
Nice.
Oh my
You can come up
God.
with yeah, you can do like different slides, in OBS. So you could have like an intro and then an exit slide, something like that. So I could just have an intro that I play at the beginning of the video.
I think you can even time it up, sync it up with the music, so it'll play. Well, that won't work with Spotify, but yeah.
And it's just all effort that I'll eventually do
Yeah.
incrementally. I've done quite a bit of effort so far, probably more than
Yeah,
I
if
need
we-
to do.
If we started a new campaign with all of the stuff that you've done, that would be dope. It's built up, so that's kind of cool.
I know
Okay.
we have so many. This is session 17, and we still, on both of these campaigns, we missed like the first several sessions.
Yeah.
Actually, yours
I'm gonna-
came in pretty close. I think we got all of Death House. That was awesome.
Yeah, we started because we did like the outside stuff, and then once you guys actually got into Barovia, we started doing it. So I'm
Yeah,
doing
so
a little
we didn't
housework.
miss much.
I'm gonna
Teehee.
hide this fog in the house. You guys don't need to stay in the house anymore. Okay, when we last left our adventurers, that's revealed. You guys had just escaped the castle proper. You were being chased by Strahd's elven servant named Rahadin, who brought you to Strahd's specter minutes ago, and well, I guess more like half an hour ago now.
And then
And his shadow demon. And then you guys slogged through the basement, ran up and down some stairs, made a friend, and ran face first into Strahd's servant, who immediately sent his shadow demon on you and started chasing you. Maybe he wanted to give you a hug. He never got a chance to touch you. Maybe he just wanted to give you... Maybe one of you dropped your handkerchief outside, and he was like, "Oh, there you are. I've been waiting for you." It's
No.
like
Yeah,
when-
that,
no. He
that
said,
would be why.
poking
that
around
would
where
be
you
why.
shouldn't be. I'm going to fucking kill you. And then he came out.
Yeah.
And when I tried to brace the door shut for everyone, the DM was like, "You'll die." I'm not exaggerating or saying probably.
Hey.
You will die. Oh, I don't know what to do.
Maybe I was just trying to strike fear into you, and if he really caught you, he was going to give you a hank. Like,
No.
remember when Homer barged into Bart's room? "Hey, Bart, you want to look at my chainsaw and hockey mask?"
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Well, I guess it'll forever be a mystery. But when we last left you, you had dove out of the second story floor, 50 feet up, but you had a rope, so you slid down safely. And the 4 gargoyles that were chasing you are perched inside the broken stained glass window as the storm rages on and pouring rain is falling all around you. And the entire courtyard is encased in a fog above your heads. Hard to see and everything. And you got to the gate to go escape, and you found the drawbridge was up and the portcullis was shut. And when you went into these gatehouses, where it's very clear the mechanism is used to raise and lower the gate, you found that there is no mechanical way to activate them, and someone made a check that revealed to them that it appears there's a command word that is used to activate this. So there's no evidence of any command word here, and you have not
Hamburgers.
recalled any information, and it's not going to be something you can guess. I can tell you that.
Open sesame.
Ah, shit. You said it, and then it opens. Damn it. I knew I should have picked something. No, you're not going to get it. I mean, if you went through a dictionary. It's in the middle of the alphabet. That's where you are right now. So Ivania and Irina are in the northern tower. The rest of the party, except for Vladimir, is in the southern tower. And you guys are trying to find a way out of Barovia. And proceed, and I will wait for instructions from the caller.
All right. Okay. We're not gonna be able to do like any of this So we should just step away from the bridge for
Oh,
now.
great. We're going to kill ourselves.
and-
Got it. All right.
No! No!
Hand me that.
If anybody
No,
hears
we're
that
not.
shadow
We're not
figure
jumping
walking up,
off the. We're
That's
not. We're
McGee.
not
That's McGee saying all
barging
that,
back in
not
the
me.
castle. We're not barging back into the castle, and we're not gonna take our chances jumping off a cliff. Okay?
oh, speak for
Featherfall.
yourself.
We don't even have the cliff yet. There's a wall on our way.
Hey, can you guys hear
Really?
me?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you fine.
Okay, because I had to switch headsets when my other one died, and I thought, uh-oh.
Okay. Let's go back towards the castle. Let's not go in it. Let's go look at those windows. I think what we're gonna find something like
Have we actually adequately
Anything.
searched these rooms? Have we looked for, like, a instruction booklet or anything?
Yes.
Oh, okay, well, that answers that.
You spent the last 2 weeks searching only these rooms, found nothing.
Wow.
I just want to point out, because it's kind of hard to tell, but you mentioned this last time, that there is an around the castle. So like we're looking
Yes.
at the face of the castle, but then there's
Oh,
it goes around both ways. Hey, can you maybe like reveal a slight bit
Oh my
more?
God.
And,
I'm revealing as far as you can see until you walk around the sides of the castle. But yeah, you
Yeah,
guys have so far
that
only
can
stayed on the
tell.
path, so
Okay,
you've
that's
not been able to see back there. But you don't see walls. It's not solid walls all the way to the edge. You see that there's area back there. How
Yeah,
much
it's actually
area
kinda
is
hard to
questionable.
indicate.
It is hard to see. I'm glad you said that. See, that's why I told you, because I forgot to say it during the stream, during last game, and I knew that you would use the information. So yes, you can tell that it's not hidden or a secret. It's hard to tell on here.
if I knew that earlier, then I would have gone straight to that. Let's go side exploring. I think I'll
Works for me.
go looking around this side first. And whoever wants to join me, please do. I'm gonna be sneaking around, just in
McGee is
case.
not
Just
going to
in
split
case.
the party.
So
Yeah, I'm not going to split the party either. Maybe we should leave Vladimir behind, though, because, yeah,
he's
I
the
don't know.
horse.
What do you think,
Yeah, it's-
Aravan? Should we? There is a tie-up spot here, but
Yeah.
if we find an exit, then I mean, I don't think there's a backdrop bridge. I don't know what we're gonna find, but we could, have Vladimir with us. Otherwise, we'd have to come back for him. I think we're not going back in the castle,
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
it should be okay.
Yeah, let's just leave him back here and come back for him later.
Okay.
Okay, so it sounds like the discussion is over. So at this point, you would then direct to me and say, and this is how we're doing it at first. I'm just walking you through it.
Okay.
You would now direct to me and say, Vladimir is going to be tied up back here, and then you tell me who's proceeding and doing what. So if you're all just traveling together, you can say we're walking as a cluster, we're walking in a straight line, we're walking shoulder to shoulder. Describe how if you're walking together, then you can describe how you're walking, and also make sure that the tokens match up with what you're describing, because at the moment Zoe is still back in the gatehouse.
Got it.
Yeah, I hadn't actually moved yet. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
just-
go along with.
Basically pretend that there's no grid, and you have to actually tell us all where everyone is, and you're going to state that clearly. You're going to say Aravin's in the front, everyone is behind me, and we're walking down to the south.
I want to bring up the rear.
It can be as simple as that. If you guys want to specify where you are, you can. Otherwise, I'll just use the location of your token.
Got it.
You don't have to do that this time, because I think is that pretty much what you're doing, what I described?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you say you are trying to move quietly? Because your party is all
Yes.
behind you. Is everyone trying to move quietly, or are you moving ahead?
I tell everyone, guys, I think we should be careful. So let's be quiet. around
If
here.
we're with
Okay.
you, everyone who's with you has to roll a stealth check, and if half of
Okay.
us fail it, then we get noticed.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Take those chances.
Okay, so the whole party is moving forward as they are laid out on the map at the moment.
Yes.
Okay. All players make your stealth checks, and I will make the checks for the allies.
Well, we ain't gonna fail because of me, because I got an 18.
I think Vanya might have disadvantage because of her armor, probably arena.
Yeah. Was Vladimir? You said Vladimir is being tied up.
24. Yes, Vladimir is getting tied up back where he was.
I'll place him. I'll just say there's a post right here. You guys can tie him at.
Cool.
Okay. I have made the NPC checks, and we're just waiting on Big E's result.
12.
Okay. So pretty high rolls for the players, and I won't reveal the NPC's rolls. So your party continues forward. I'm not going to make you guys all micromanage all the NPCs. I appreciate that you did place them in this instance, and you feel free to move them as you want, but that's a lot of tokens for you guys to keep track of. So if you guys move forward like that, I'll either just assume they're with you. That only applies to players about where your token is. Keep track of your own token, firstly. If you want to move NPCs, you can. Otherwise, I'll do it for you when I need to. So Aravin's leading the party, moving forward. Aravin, go ahead and make a perception check as you move forward as well, since you're looking ahead.
8.
8, okay. And your passive is actually, I believe, 15, so we'd probably go with the 15. You're not going to get a lower roll. But since you are actively looking, I wanted to give you the chance to potentially roll higher.
Thank you.
So, you're welcome. Let me reveal this, and then I think this area has a text I can. Okay, so here's what you see, and what the description says is a massive wall juts out to connect the outer walls of the castle. So this is the edge of the castle. To the outer walls of the keep. So there's this wall that's going between the castle and the keep. So there is a blockage. However, in the center of that wall, it is blocked by a rusting iron portcullis, which you can just barely see through from here, but you can't see quite very far past it. Keep in mind, it is nighttime. It is dark. I don't know why there's light there, just to kind of highlight it, but there is no light. It is foggy, dark, and rainy.
Okay. Let's go up and take a closer look at it.
All right. You can, as long as we're not at initiative, you can move your token freely. If you'd like to specify where you're moving, in like dungeon corridors, you can do it slowly. But otherwise, if it's like a free open thing, I'll stop you and go, wait, exactly where do you move?
Sure.
If there's like a trap or something happening. Okay. So Aravin moves up to inspect the gate. It is a big, solid, heavy iron gate, and it's rusted all through the thing. It looks like it's been sitting like this for a while, and it looks... you don't see any sort of levers or any latches to release it. It looks like it is just stuck in the ground. It's got like big metal spikes that kind of secure it in the ground so it can't just be pushed over, but... yeah.
Okay. Is there spikes like at the top of the bars?
The bars go all the way up to into, indeed. It actually looks like the area around the bars, like it goes up into the wall. You just don't see a way to activate it. And the spikes in the ground are just like, like a door hinge or something. That's just what holds it steady from swinging around. But yeah, it looks like it slides up. Like that's what a portcullis is. It goes up and down. Usually there's like a lever or a wheel somewhere that you can use to raise
I've
and
never
lower it.
seen one of those kinds of gates before, so I'm not like exact on how it looks like, but I can kind of get the picture.
It just looks like a big heavy jail gate. The arms are about the size of the bars are about the size of your forearm. They're big, solid iron spikes. And there's crossbars holding it in place.
Do you think there's a way we can like either get over this or break through it?
It's rusty. Do we want to try and break it?
It is. We can try.
Or
if you guys
is
are...
that going to run the risk of bringing attention to Strahd and the shadow figure again? Because that would make a lot of noise, I would assume.
Yeah. But it's worth a shot. I mean, unless we want to go like look on what's on the other side, which is what I assume another gate.
Yep, that's a portcullis.
Go look in Discord.
Okay, I see.
That's a portcullis.
So I would have you guys make a check at this point, but I'll just let you know because it's one of those things that's just kind of like general knowledge. They assume that people know, but it's not. Obviously, by you saying you've never even seen one of them before, it's
Crenellated battlements.
Yeah, the throwback reference.
Yep.
It's usually a portcullis is not secured in any way unless it is, and if it is, usually the method you can't hack through 2-inch thick iron bars. So destroying it, while technically possible, would probably be impractical. It's more something that you lift out of the way. So
it's
this
like
kind of a thing,
if kind of a gate.
Yeah. It's like a really heavy garage door. Yeah. So it's something that if you're trying to get past it in a different way, you would try to lift it. But usually they're super heavy, and if there's spikes in the ground, it might be like harder to lift it out. So it's more of a feat of strength type of thing than just like taking some battle axes to it and chopping it. Like you're gonna just shatter your axes on it rather than actually breaking it.
It could be like locked, or it could have like some kind of a mechanism. So just think of it like, like a storage unit door, like just some kind of a door that comes down. But like any kind of a door, it could be locked or it might not be locked.
Yes, it might be unliftable, but in most cases, they rely on their weight, and it's more of just like a stopgap rather than a hard, like a drawbridge.
It
provides a little bit of
it's meant that
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to break into it while you're sieging the castle, because there are going to be guys on the other side of it with long pointy sticks. So they don't have to do much to brace it and keep it down then.
Okay.
At a time like this, I think that makes sense, I think.
Yeah, I get that. Let's go see what's on the other side of the castle. And if it's the same thing, maybe come back to this one or stay at the other one. Let's go!
See, the music's syncing up pretty good.
Repeat description.
Exact same.
Identical.
Okay.
However,
the north or the south?
Oh.
Begee, from where you're standing, Erevan, from where you're standing, you do see on the other side. One second.
Go ahead.
On the other side of the other one, you couldn't really see details, but you didn't see anything. This one does have an actual building, and I'll reveal that just so you can see where it is.
Oh.
I don't want to reveal the inside of it. Hold on. Nope. There is a edge of a building right there. So you do see a building through this one, although it's very far away and shrouded in mist. But it goes up about 10 feet, so you can kind of see the top of it poking out through the mist. So this side is different in that there's a building. The other one is empty from what you can see. If that makes any difference for you.
Okay. I think we should try to lift up this gate because that building looks pretty interesting. Why don't we all together or wait. Okay. Like two of our
Biggie looks at
beefiest
Arabella and says,
characters.
all right, looks like this is a job for you.
What? No, Biggie, this is your job.
7-year-old girl.
You gotta lift up the gate.
What?
Me?
She says,
Why did
Yeah,
I
you're big
agree
and
to come
beefy.
along with you guys? Miss Daddy.
Biggie says, I always left the heavy things.
Yep, and that's the only reason
Can't
to keep you around.
Can't you do it like one more time?
That's what they always say. One more time, it'll hurt less the next time. Okay.
Also want some ice cream.
Alright, Biggie approaches the gate and attempts to lift the iron portcullis. He spits on his hands and bends his knees and straightens his back and crouches
boy.
forward and grabs the portcullis and lifts with all of his Biggie might.
Vanya steps forward and casts you guidance before you do so. Make a strength athletics check plus a 1d4.
What if I don't want guidance?
You're allowed to refuse the guidance. You don't have to use it. It's cast on you.
Biggie-
You don't have to cast it. You don't have to activate it.
Biggie definitely refuses guidance. He definitely.
No.
I mean, no, not in this game. I just mean in life.
Oh,
in
not the
life, he
spell, just in
refuses-
general.
Yeah. He more like ignores guidance, I guess. I'm gonna roll the guidance if I get to. Okay. That's it.
Yeah. Everyone, just have a d4 ready. I'm not doing constant guidance. It's not my character.
Is it athletics or just straight strength?
You know what? It is straight strength. There's no athletics. So yeah, there's nothing
Okay.
athletic about hoisting a big heavy metal gate.
I would argue there are, except that I'm not trained in athletics, so it doesn't matter.
You're like,
So,
okay, I'll defer to you on this one.
So I
Oh,
rolled
boy.
I rolled a 9, and then my guidance is a 4, which is pretty sweet, and then plus my 2 strength, that's a 15. So I rolled a 9 and got a 15 because of that guidance. That's pretty sweet.
All right. So Biggie, you say only have +1?
I have plus 2 strength, but I got a 4 on guidance.
That's 16. Oh, you rolled a 9.
Yeah, 9 plus 4 plus 2.
Okay. Biggie grasps his burly hand. He puts his weapon away and grasps both hands around the gate and bends down at the knees and punches his back in a way that looks very uncomfortable and painful. And it's like you just want to say something like, "Oh, don't do that. Oh, you're gonna throw your back out." And he just grunts with effort as he pushes against the ground. And his feet dig into the dirt, and they make Biggie-sized footprints just dug in, and he strains, and his face turns with effort, and you see the bottom of the gate start to slowly move, and little rocks move out of the way, and dirt moves, and he lifts it up a couple inches, and then he starts to lose his grip, and it's wet with rust and powder and mud, and you start to drop it, and then you grab under it,
James.
you change your position, you grab it, and you just hoist it the hell up, and you lift it up, and it is now above your head, and your arms are shaking as you're holding it above your head, and it's trying to come back down.
Hurry up, please. Guys, hurry up. Go ahead and hurry up, guys. Please hurry up.
Okay.
You've gotten to a position where it's comfortable to hold. You like locked your arms and locked your knees, but it's not easy to continue.
Oh, that's something
You
I
didn't
know
put
well.
your back into it.
Oh, my back is in it. I'm lifting with my back. I'm jerking and twisting best I can.
No better than to lift with your legs, right?
Can you still...
As your party
Okay.
hesitates, Biggie, make a Constitution saving throw to continue holding the gate.
Oh no!
As the rain falls on your
Guys.
face and splatters in your eyes and
Okay.
makes you really want to wipe the
I'm
rain
gonna
out of your
run
eyes.
under real fast.
Please hurry, guys. Okay, rolled a
I did-
14 plus 1. So 15 Constitution save.
All right, your whole party comes through, and Arabella's looking around, and she's like, "Oh darn, I'm the last one!" And she's coming, and Biggie starts to drop it, but he catches it right as she's about to run under, and she crouches, and she's like, "Ah!" But he catches it because he made a save, and you continue holding it up as she crouches under and runs. And Biggie is now holding the gate. You can move yourself to either side and drop it if you'd like to, or if you'd like to continue holding it. You don't know what's on the other side here. I'll go ahead before you decide. I will reveal what the party sees on the other side, in case there's like a dragon or something. You need to haul us back. Haha! You did not see the dragon, and now you must open it again. I'm just gonna reveal this whole area. So down to there.
Oh my god, I accidentally bumped my headset and it started playing something from YouTube, and it was some flat earther, and I was like, what the F is going on?
Alright, so you emerge in a large courtyard type area. And I'll read a text description as soon as I reveal this fog. And this courtyard northeast of the keep is enclosed by towering walls. So that means, like, on all four sides of you, the walls are just like really, really high, like as high as the walls of the outer castle. Towering walls. A stone carriage house with hinged wooden doors. So this looks like a house, like a carriage house, like where they store carriages and things like that. Not horses necessarily, just carriages not in use, kind of like the ones you guys came in on. Stands silent in the corner where the outer walls meet. So this is a wall, this is the wall. It's in this corner up against the wall, this big building. Across from the carriage house, which at the moment only Big E can see from his line of sight, I'll go ahead and reveal just a little peek of it. Wait. That's gonna be, where's here actually. I believe. Let me reference my real map. What's that? No, there it is. Real. No, you know what? You can't see it from the angle you're at. There's something else on the other side, though, but you'll see it when you move forward. I don't know why they give that full description. It's not a monster. It's just it's a feature of the castle that's not visible from this side. I'll say that. So yeah, there's a carriage house in the corner, and from where you're at, yeah, nothing else.
Who wants to go to the carriage house?
I bet our horse would love to. Who the F left him behind?
Oh.
Ah, do I have to lift that crap again?
The gate slams down and crunches back into its holes and kicks up dust and mud and rocks, and one of them hits Zoe, just pelts her in the side of the helmet. Think.
Ow.
I deserve that.
You're in the back, so.
Alright. I'm gonna go on ahead. And look the corner.
Alright. So around this corner, you see it just kind of is a little alleyway, crevice type thing. And you do see a little further over this way, and you see there is another iron gate over in this corner, leading south. Right there. And here, of course, this map sucks at displaying doors. There is a wooden door here that leads into the castle. That's what I was going to describe, but you see I was kind of on the opposite wall. You wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is across from the carriage house, a slender wooden door reinforced with iron band leads into. So there is a back entrance into the castle, carriage house, and an iron gate.
I'm sorry?
Me?
Yeah, you're saying.
Oh, yeah, a wooden door that leads into the keep, a carriage house in the corner, and an iron gate that continues onward, and no other distinguishing features that you can see from here.
Okay. Oh, hi, Aggie. You're waiting for me? Oh. Okay. I think we should try to discuss this for a moment, because like there's
probably not a bad idea.
3 things we could do. There's 3 things we could do right now. Go through that gate, this gate, in which I assume loops around back the castle. Go into here, which might be safe. I don't know. I just get the feel. Oh my god. I just get the feeling. And then we could go into the depths of the castle, into the unknown sort of situation, which I don't think will be the best until we've explored the other 2. But I'd like to hear what you guys have to say.
I say we just go ahead and check out the carriage house.
Sure. I'm good
That's
with
my
that.
vote. What's your vote, Biggie?
I think you might be AFK.
Sorry, McGee had to go pee, but I'm
Nope.
back now.
Oh, thank God.
No dribble or nothing.
What would we do without you?
Carriage house sounds good to me. I don't want. I do not want to go back in that house. I've never wanted to not go back into a house so much since the last time I visited Neck on New Year's.
Oh my god.
Carriage house is
We were
fine
nice to
because
him.
that's like a separate
Don't
small
lie
building.
for the stream.
But also it's on the side of the wall, and I don't know, maybe it's got like a secret exit or something. That's what I'm looking for, is a way to get past this wall. Even though there's a chasm, like that's what the Gee wants. He wants to head back to that last town we were at. At least there's a bed there that's not gonna, suck his blood at night.
Eat them.
I mean, he did find a couple of comfy looking straw beds in the house, but
Yeah, there's the whole vampire and demon that wants to eat us and kill us. So, I don't know. I think the carriage house is our best bet, and then we can go from there.
Let's go. Okay, I want to open the door slowly. Jake? He's muted.
Oh,
wait,
sorry.
are you talking to me? Oh, Jake.
No, I was
No.
talking,
No.
but I was just rambling. I'm actually surprised you found the door because I forgot to reveal the door itself.
Well, I mean, there's light illuminating it, but I know the
True.
light isn't actually there.
Smart.
I have
Yeah,
no idea.
they're in positions where there could be light, but at the moment it's all dark. All the lights in the castle are out. But yeah, so it's 2 double wooden doors, like stable doors type thing. But you can't see inside of it. But you open the doors. They're not locked. They can't lock. Let's see. The double doors swing open to reveal a sleek black carriage fitted with glass windows and brass lanterns. Similar to the one that brought you guys here, but not identical. It looks more like maybe a backup or an alternative. You can't really tell whether it's better or worse or the same. But yeah, it's just a black carriage.
Dang.
Too bad we don't have a horse to hook up to it.
Yeah, I don't think Vladimir can drive this. You probably need at least 2 horses.
That's pretty
I was
interesting.
Big E
Yeah.
was serious, but I was joking.
Ignoring
I like
Big E's remark, I want to take a closer look. I'm not
Alright.
sure. I'm not sure what exactly to look for. Just anything that stands out.
Make an investigation check
Okay,
with guidance, 1d4.
thank you. Oh, I forgot to add guidance.
Never forget guidance.
That would be 20.
20. Okay. So you investigate the carriage, looking around it carefully. You don't notice anything off or anything trapped or special about it. If you would like to open the carriage door, I can tell you that with the 20, you're fairly confident there is no sort of traps or dangers from opening it. If you'd like to open it, I will continue a description.
Yes. I would like to open.
So you are comfortable enough to open the door. You crack it open. It works similar to the one that brought you here. And you look inside, and it looks, it's got polished leather seats. It's got nice curtains and tablecloth set up and things like that. It looks like it's in perfect shape for ferrying travelers of all kinds.
Is this the same one we came from, or is this a different one?
It is not the same one. But it is a very similar model. It's like, you know, when you see someone who has like two of the same car and you're like, is that the same car? You're like, no, I have two of them. And it's like, isn't that like $50,000? You're like, yeah, that wasn't my weekend car. This is the weekend car. So it's not the same one. The one that brought you guys would be soaking wet and their wheels would be covered in mud. This one looks like it's in pristine, clean condition. Like it's been not, I wouldn't say been in here a while. There's no dust or anything on it. But it looks like it's been upkept in this garage, basically.
Cool.
But you see nothing of note or value other than the lanterns and windows adorning it, which is a very fine quality, but it's not of a type where you could just start like ripping pieces off and selling them on the black market or anything. I mean, you could.
Okay. Well,
I vote unless it's easy to grab or leave it, because I really want to get out of here before we die.
The carriage comes to life. It's a mimic.
Oh no!
Damn it!
Okay.
Wait,
I come out and I. Oh
I
yes.
have an idea. Biggie has an idea. Sorry, as you come out, Biggie goes, "Hey, I've got an idea."
Yeah, Biggie. What's your idea?
I have an owl, so I could send him up to fly around the castle, and I could look through his eyes and see if I notice anything.
That's a pretty good idea. Like Tobias.
Mm-hmm. Thermals.
Hope there's no yurks with Klingon rays, Dracon beams.
All right, that sounds like a pretty good idea.
Yeah,
send them away.
Just dragon flies out and just snatches him out of the air. Okay, all right, Archie, go. Be my eyes. And I lift him. He's like on my hand, and I hold my hand up into the air, and he launches up into the sky. And I tell him to just basically circle around the castle so that he can see, you know, the general layout, and looking for any kind of an exit besides the drawbridge, or, you know, if that's the best exit, then you know, that's what I would do. But I'm gonna use my action to see through his eyes, so I will be able to actually see the stuff myself.
Yes,
Cool.
So seeing through his eyes is the 100-foot range. I don't remember if we determined that before, but it's what I'm saying now. Otherwise, he can see through his eyes and communicate as 100 feet. If you want him to explore further, he can come back and communicate the imagery to you, but not direct images.
Yeah, it's basic information, so he could just come back and, you know, indicate to me if there's anything good. But I want to see through his eyes as far as I can, and then he can just keep going. Kind of like a drone, and it's like it's still recording video, even if it's not broadcasting back to your display. And then when you get the SD card, then you can review it.
Exactly. You can't, basically, otherwise you could leave him in an area and walk 100 miles away, and he could still just be telepathically communicating to you. That's what the 100-foot limit is restricting. Unfortunately, it's only 100 feet, which seems a little bit small, but in the context of a battle map, it's not too bad. The walls above you are 90 feet high.
Big, but yeah.
The
circumference.
The walls above you are 90 feet, so if he flies directly straight up, you can still see through his eyes. But far enough to get a vantage point, you would lose vision with him, especially if he moves away from you. So if you walk over to the wall and he flies 100 feet straight up, he could see down over the wall from that vantage point. Otherwise, you could send him to the other side of the wall, and then it would just be a lateral 100 feet. So if you want to have him just like explore like you guys would, you can do that. So go ahead and move Archie and tell me what his height is at the time. This wall over here that leads this way has like little windows that are maybe 20 feet up, 20 or 40. Yeah, that's 90. They're like little arched windows that are about 40 feet above the ground. So he could fly through those. He might fit through the gate, but it looks like it's a tight fit. Their bars are pretty close together.
I want him to just do one full circle around the wall of the castle at like a good altitude, maybe like 100 feet, so that he's high up above. Now, I'm sure there's some spires in the middle of the tower that are higher than 100 feet, but he's not getting close to them. He's just gonna stay around the edge.
Okay, so he's gonna fly. He's gonna fly over the wall of the castle and circle around the castle, and then come back and report to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
At a 100-foot altitude, so he can.
Okay.
He gets a pretty good 100 feet's pretty.
It's the height of the walls, so he'll be at the very top of the walls, just barely visible over the side, and staying fairly close to the castle wall. Just he's looking for anything like a secret tunnel or something, I guess.
Yeah, or just anything. I mean, because we don't know. All we know is this drawbridge. We're about to go around the castle, and I just realized, like, I could get a bird's eye view and just see if there's anything that stands out.
Okay. So he takes your instructions, and he starts flapping and flapping and flapping, and he's having trouble getting altitude, but eventually he catches some good wind and flies up and away, and he disappears for, let's see, 6 seconds, 12 seconds, 24.
By the
he
way,
disappears for about a...
During hunting forays, owls often fly between 160 and 330 feet from perch to perch, stopping to survey for food at each perch until they sense prey. So he could comfortably fly at that sort of an altitude.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, this whole area is kind of foggy and it's middle of a thunderstorm, so it's not impossible. Yeah, he's not making a check or anything. It's not impossible. It's just, and most of the altitude doesn't have to do with it doesn't have to do with how far the ground is below you. It has to do with how thin the atmosphere is. So that's really the question. You guys are up on a mountain, but you're not so high that it's impossible to fly. Like, you see stuff flying here all the time. There's ravens and bats and stuff all over, so it's flyable. It's just if you get past a certain altitude. But he was having trouble taking off, not check-wise, just more atmosphere-wise.
Yeah.
So do you see through his eyes while he is within range of you?
Yeah, so basically I want him to go 100 feet straight up first, so that I can see as much as I can. Then I want him to go ahead and continue on his own and circle the castle.
Okay, well, 100 feet straight up. He's not quite able to see over this wall down here, but he is able to see kind of all around the castle a fair ways. And so this is what I'll reveal to you. He sees cliffs surrounding the castle and a very, 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 very sharp drop. All those like gray lines, like the snaking lines, are probably about 1,000 feet down. So you guys are on a castle that is on the very top of a cliff with chasms surrounding it. From what you see, there is no other way across the chasm from where you're at, but let me see kind of how this describes, because you're like on a cliff, like it's a straight drop down. I'm just trying to find a bigger view of it.
Looking at the concept art, it seems like this is basically like the edge of the mountain, so it just drops off, and then I guess down below is probably the woods and Barovia somewhere. And
he does
is just the drawbridge.
You do see very far off in the distance from where he's at, and like through the fog and the rain, you see Barovia in the distance towards this direction.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when we were in Barovia, we looked up and saw a cliff with the castle, so...
Yeah, you're like on the edge of the cliff. I don't know what all the art around the outside is, but it's not like you can like hop across the wall to a mountain and then climb down safely. Yeah, you're at the peak of this.
It's 1,000. If we climb down, it's 1,000-foot climb, which is not. That's a lot of checks.
Yeah. And so
we're
he
not going to make all
disappears.
those checks either.
He flies up 100 feet. You see through his eyes. He flies over to the edge of the wall and then circles around and comes back this way and reports to you from the outside of the wall. It basically just all looks the same. It's more of a feeling. It's more of a feeling or a single word type of thing that he's communicating to you. He's not giving you a full report. He's just communicating it to you. It looks the same.
Okay.
He didn't see anything that would stand out as important. Yeah, the drawbridge is up. That's definitely up.
Okay, cool. I just realized we are outside now, and I had an aerial view that I could get. So I'm just checking. It's good to it's interesting to know where we are here. That there's this edge. If we climbed up the castle wall, it's 100 feet up.
90 feet up. They're 90 feet high.
That's a pretty big climb up a sheer wall, so I don't think that's our...
Yeah.
Okay. Hey
I don't know
guys,
if Arabella could make it.
Big E
Or
just
Vladimir.
kind of relays the information to you guys, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm pretty stumped, but this is what I saw.
Okay.
So let's list out our options. What realistically are our options right now?
Just to clarify from what you guys see, there is another gate here that leads, like you said, around, but it's a different kind of gate. It's not a portcullis. It looks like it's just like it's still a pretty thick gate, but it's two gates. It like opens in the middle.
Is it
so
still
you don't
outside?
know if it's...
I just want to stay outside.
Yes.
I
Yes,
do not
that
wanna
is
go back in.
that's not inside the castle. It's actually, you guys are more enclosed in here because there's like high walls on both sides, and it looks like that's a little bit more of an open area. But you can't really see super far into it. But it is a gate that it's not a heavy portcullis that you have to lift up, from what you can tell where you're standing.
We'll wait on our caller, but that's my thought, is that we head this way, because I think the only other way is this door to go inside, which I don't want to do that right now. Later, yeah, but
Yeah.
I just want to get one more level so I can get Arcane Lock, so I can lock doors behind me.
Let's go through this gate.
Right,
Our
so
options are rather limited.
You approach the gate, and I will describe what you can see through the gate. But I'll reveal first. I'm just going to reveal this little area. Yeah, from where you're at, standing in front of the gate, you see this, and I will read.
Ooh.
At the back of the keep, behind towering buttresses and tall, boarded-up, stained glass windows, a small garden struggles to survive. Small flowers press skyward against the glow. A pair of large iron gates blocks the way to some kind of overlook. So this gate, and you can see that there is another one on the other side. Kind of not quite from your angle, but enough that you can just like peek over and see it. Directly opposite of this gate on the other side of the garden. And you can't see enough detail from here to reveal it, but this direction looks like it might be an overlook that kind of hangs out over the cliff. And the vision from Archie also confirms that.
All right. Biggie, can you please do the honors?
Wait, did you say this is the Overlook Hotel in a hedge maze?
No, that's not a hedge maze. It's just a struggling garden that's struggling to survive through the mist and rain and the darkness.
Here's Biggie. It's the Shining reference.
Who doesn't know?
You don't have an axe, though.
Who wouldn't know? Oh, yeah, true.
A long sword. A dong sword. Okay, Biggie opens the not portcullis. How's it open? Like a door?
It's a metal gate similar to the portcullis but thinner bars, and it just opens in the middle, so it's like it opens inward.
Like a garden gate kind of thing. Okay, so
like a garden gate, but it's really tall. Yeah. So you open the gate. The iron gates squeal loudly on their rusted hinges, but they open with ease, and it is now open.
I actually do have grease. I should waste a spell slot casting grease on the door hinge. That's not what grease is for.
You could.
Oh,
The
yeah.
ground is so slippery.
I'm gonna send a picture here now into Discord.
Oh shit.
Just in the same channel. There's an images channel, but whatever, doesn't matter. Just so you guys get an idea for what I'm looking at. So now that you're in this area and you can see it, so the area at the top is where you came from. So you see how there's that little gate at the bottom, and then there's little arched windows. That's the area you guys were in. And you see those houses. Those are, I believe, they're actually identical on both sides. It's just blocking those out so you can see the floor plan of them. But yeah, they're over there. And as you look through the other gate, you see a big empty area identical to where you just came from, but with no stable building. And this is kind of the atmosphere that it's like.
Are we coming through the gate in the the middle
the
right
top one.
upper part?
Yep, the one at the. Yeah.
Okay, so okay. So on the map, so that building is straight ahead with a garden in front of it, basically.
Which
Hey
one?
guys, looks pretty safe.
Yes. Yeah, there's no garden on the map, and it's kind of frustrating because it describes a garden, and the way the description says this description of this area sucks. But go off the map that we're seeing on table plop for where everything is specifically. This just kind of gives you an idea where it is in relation to the castle. So there's like a little small domed building, and I think there's actually another description now that you guys. Did I say? What did I say?
You can read it anyway.
Boarded up stained glass window. So this
Boarded
area,
up.
this building that you're looking at, those windows are all boarded up. I guess this is what the castle looks like in its prime, but they're all boarded up, covered, heavily boarded, and in the center of that little building, across from the overlook, is a little garden. I promise it's in the book. I read the description of the book. It's just not on this stupid map because Wizards of the Coast.
Well, this building kind of looks like it's a little separate from the castle, so I'm not totally against peeking inside to see what's going on. But also,
you see no
I
entrances from where you are.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm definitely not going. Oh, so this is some kind of like chapel or temple in the back of the castle. So you have to go to it from the castle. Then wow. Then I definitely don't want to go in there. I think we should head towards the overlook.
I think that's a pretty good idea too. I want to go look at it.
All right. The gate is open. It's not being held open. It's just dangling on its rusty hinges, kind of swaying in the wind. And the rest of the party supposes that they will follow you as well. And continue, and I will reveal more as you guys move forward. But you're kind of like in the far back corner. You can't really have a good vantage point from back here.
Okay.
Yep. Whenever you guys are ready.
Hold on, sorry. I was getting adjusted. Okay.
The music's queuing up.
Alright,
Crazy
let's
shit.
go over.
Stupid Spotify. Stupid computer.
No, nothing crazy is gonna happen. Hopefully. All these windows, every single one of these windows boarded up. You can't look through them, right?
Correct. You can see that there are stained glass windows behind them, but there are very heavy boards and what look like very thick and strong nails boarding them up, as if
That's annoying.
as if the DM didn't want you to to try prying them off, but you could try.
We can try.
And of course, another penis is being drawn with
Another what?
With the fog. You guys see it. Roll out.
Please, nobody at this table wants to see that.
Oh, great, another gate.
Pretty misshapen.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that looks like way shorter than 100 feet. It's like we can see off the ledge there.
Huh. Wanna go over here. Ooh, is the spooky ledge?
Dark clouds drizzle overhead constantly. A flagstone avenue passes between empty outbuildings. So those things that you see on the Discord, it's here and here. I guess their doors are open, so I'm just gonna reveal them. There's not anything that says they have doors, so just revealing all that. They're outbuildings. They are buildings. You can't see behind them, but I'm leaving that revealed because Archie saw the other side. Leading to a stone-paved overlook. The overlook has a low stone wall adorned with outward-facing gargoyle carvings.
Ah!
So this is a low stone wall that lets you like peer over the edge, and there's gargoyles carved into the stone. They're not protruding. There's just like gargoyle faces, like decorative.
Oh,
Okay.
Sigh.
that was terrifying, but alright.
Alright, so we could vault over the edge.
Oh, we're not gonna go throwing ourselves off a cliff.
It's an
But
option.
What we
you
are
could throw
gonna
one
do.
of us off,
Oh,
tie a
but-
rope to him.
Yeah, but does that rope go for 1,000 feet?
If you
Doesn't
tie all of
have
them
to.
together,
10 ropes.
from what you guys saw, it's 1,000 feet
No.
down from what you saw.
Does anybody have levitate?
Feather
I
fall.
have feather fall.
A lower
But-
so 4 people.
It can only do 5 at a time.
Err.
And also, I think that's our last resort. Okay, last resort. Way last.
Nope.
We still have a whole area over here that we can look around in, and I'm
Hold on.
opting to do that. Yes.
I'm just gonna calculate so we'll know. 5
If you fall?
falling. Okay, so it's a reaction, and you can target 5 falling creatures within range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay,
What
there's
if-
actually. Wait, are we? No.
What if we all got
Arabic.
in the
There's
carriage
6 of
and
us.
then you feather fall
Yes.
the carriage and the horse?
You
Oh
cannot
my
feather
God,
fall a
no.
carriage. Okay,
Worth
wait.
a shot.
Here's the math though. Your a falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. It lasts for 1 minute, which is 10 rounds. So 10 rounds times 60 feet.
Oh shit.
So that's 600 feet. And
Oh
I'm pretty
shit.
sure Jake said 1,000. But it could be cast twice. You could cast it, and then when it wears off, as long as you have enough time to cast it again before you hit the ground, it would just be a reaction. So you'd spend 10 turns falling. It wears off, and then
Oh boy.
and then they would cast it again. Except it is limited to 5. So that's an option for 5 of us. And then we would be in the middle of the Svalich woods below. But it is...
Yeah, I feel like this is
Not a good idea.
We would be near Barovia, though. So, like, we would... Like, that's where we would go. We'd land, and then we would just haul ass to try to make it to Barovia. But, you know, again, we couldn't all do it. Erevan could feather fall a group of us, but then halfway down, it would wear off, and we'd fall to our deaths. So... I don't really, since we
What
only
if
have
we
one
all
person
jumped
with...
off together and we waited to cast it until we were halfway down?
True.
Oh, shit.
It's a reaction. You'd fall
But-
500 feet and then
No,
you cast it
still
again.
can't. But you still can't get everyone.
True.
We could tie ourselves together.
Wait.
No.
Okay, hold on.
No.
5 people fall. And right before 60 feet per round, and it lasts for 1 minute. That's what you're calculating. Is it 600 feet?
Yeah.
So you fall for 500 feet. You've got 500 left. You feather fall. Now you're falling at I would say if you guys decide to go this route, you jump off, feather fall you 5 halfway down, and you land safely. The rest of the people then would have to also jump, and I think Erevan could use the reaction to cast it on the people as they are falling. It's only 60-foot range, so he'd have to do it like within 60 feet.
Reaction.
He could cast it as a reaction as they're falling right before they hit the ground and make them go and safely land.
Anyone else picturing this is like D&D Squid Games and Strahd is the person in charge. He's just sitting up there laughing his ass off watching us.
Well, okay, I just want to see if I understood that correctly because I wasn't following it until the end when it clicked. So you're saying basically Aravan and a few people jump down with Featherfall. The remaining party stays at the top looking down to time it perfectly when we get to a couple hundred feet. Then they jump off, falling way faster than us. And then through some algebraic equation,
that's better.
They're passing us, and right as they're passing us, we're 200 feet from the ground. Aravan casts it on them, then recasts it on us, and then now all 10 of us are falling at once.
That's actually better. Because if you guys are falling and you cast it, you basically immediately stop falling because you move so slow. The rest of the party waits for you to cast it and then immediately jumps. They fall instantly 500 feet. Now they're within range of Featherfall. And the following round, Aravan then casts Featherfall again in the air. Yes, that would be a better way to do it. That's actually safer than trying to cast it like 60 feet before they hit the ground. That's like trying to time it.
You can instantly cast when they hit 60 feet. Boom.
Yes, and that's what I was going to say, and I still would allow that, but
you were saying when you fall, and then we get it.
Yes,
and then we just
you land, and then you motion for them to follow you, and then cast it right before they hit. So with the falling rolls,
basically the same thing, except my way is way more ridiculous.
Two spell slots of Featherfall, and you could get up to 10 people safely to the ground, one way or the other. The way falling technically works is you either fall the full distance instantly, or you fall 500 feet per round instantly. So you couldn't technically wait until they fall 940 feet and then cast it. It would be 500 and then 500 splat.
Yeah,
but I would allow it because I think that's really cool.
It would be 500, so we'd have to say wait until we fall 500 feet, but it's 600 feet and it's 1,000 feet down, so we've got a whole 200-foot buffer. So as long as they jump somewhere between 300 and 500 feet, they're gonna be passing us, and then you can in 2 rounds you go cast.
There is no check. There is no configuration or anything special you have to do. If you guys would like to leap your party off the edge and use 2 spell slots, I would allow you to reach the ground safe. So that's as far as it needs to be discussed at the moment.
I feel like we only should do this if we can decide exactly how it plays out, and then we like sketch it, do a sketch of it, or an animation, or just playing. That'd be a lot of work. Seriously. I guess it'll work. Wait, what about the horse?
The horse is a creature, so we can target the horse, but we need to go back and get her. Hopefully she's there. Basically, our plan works for up to 10 creatures. We just have to, up to 10 creatures, so we're good.
Arabella walks over to the edge, and she looks off, and she points, and she says, "Wow, I can see Barovia from here."
Yeah, you're about to see it a lot closer, a lot faster.
Big E steps
oh my god, that was creepy, Nick.
Big E steps up to the overlook and looks out, and as you look out, you see darkness and fog, and a flash of lightning illuminates the dismal village of Barovia. Its rooftops visible above a smothering blanket of fog 1,000 feet below. So yeah, you guys are on the very precipice of the cliff. When you were in Barovia looking up at the castle, this is the opposite of that. You're looking down at the village of Barovia, and lightning peals and flashes as the rain pours. And then there's a blindingly bright flash of lightning, and moments later, a crackling, loud, deafening roar of thunder. And Arabelle grabs her ears and crouches down. And she goes, "Ah!" And
so does Big E. Same thing.
Arabelle, are you okay?
She looks up at you and. Yeah, I'm fine. And everyone present who is currently looking towards the overlook or trying to figure out what to do, you feel a compelling, like a cringe in your soul that it's not forcing you to. It just chills your
So we-
spine and makes you feel like you want to turn around and look back the way you came.
You know what?
Damn it!
I
How do you
think we
rotate
should
your
listen
piece
to that
again?
instinct.
As so he leaps
Click
off
it
the
and
edge.
then do
How do
this.
you rotate? Damn it! How do you
Click
rotate your piece?
your icon, and then there's a little flip thing, and then you could drag it.
You have to
that.
mouse over it to make him pop up.
It's not popping up for me.
Oh, that's weird. You
My
might have to be
lines
zoomed
are
in
bounced
enough.
down the hill. I bet I'm not zoomed in far enough. There we go. Now it's there.
The walls go tumbling down. Yeah, you feel a compilation to turn around, although you're not forced to, but you can technically see 360 around you.
Oh.
Irina turns around, and Arabelle looks up and stares off into the distance.
Existential dread.
Well, we got to make a decision. Are we going to keep looking for a way, or are we going to take a leap of faith?
You hear a quiet, slow clapping behind you as Arabelle and Irina stare back in awe.
Oh no!
A figure with sleeked black hair.
Oh no!
Standing and illuminated by the intermittent flashes of lightning, wears a black cloak and a red robe, and you recognize this figure vaguely from depictions you've seen on coins and statues and in the castle. This is Baron Strahd von Vizerevich, and he is not an illusion. And
now we can't go back for our horse. This sucks.
And he says to you,
"Oh shit!"
As you look at him, so it's pouring rain, right? There's mud all over. You guys are covered in mud. Does not seem like any mud or rain is touching him. Although it could just be like an illusion of the light because it is kind of foggy and dark. But he looks completely bone dry and safe.
Yep.
And he motions to you like a welcoming motion, and he says, finally, I have the pleasure of meeting you in person. I've heard much of your adventures in my land already, and I thought it was pertinent to see you for myself. For adventurers, the way you handle yourself is interesting, to say the least. Wandering about a stranger's home when he has so cordially invited you for dinner is quite strange behavior, but I suppose it's only natural to sate one's curiosity. I'm sure you've heard the popular saying, curiosity killed the kobold, but I digress. It certainly has been enlightening to see your minds at work, and the fact that you made it out of the castle in one piece is no less than impressive. I am a bit disappointed that I haven't been able to see you test your mettle in combat yet, but I suppose we'll have to wait for some other time. It is getting late after all. Wouldn't want you to catch a cold or anything in this dreadful rain. In a land as stifling and downtrodden as this, it is important to bear in mind a bit of levity between friends can be your only escape. I'm dreadfully sorry that I cannot entertain you further, but I'm afraid I must take my leave. I have pressing matters to attend to. But do come back soon. Visitors are always welcome in Castle Loft. He chuckles and walks away. And you hear the iron gate shut behind him.
Okay, I'm sorry, but nothing about the other dude and the demon that we're trying to kill us is welcoming here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, welcoming from his perspective. Everyone make a perception check.
Biggie
but
is
continue.
like,
Everyone?
Yeah.
I should have complimented him on the pizza rolls. I should have told him the pizza rolls are good. Okay, Biggie's making a perception check, but at this point, he is going to make the decision that he should start worshiping Strahd. Because okay, Kalimvor is still really important to him, but Strahd is clearly the biggest, like, immediate threat. Not actually worshiping him, just more like, okay, this guy is scary, and so now I'm declaring that I'm one of Strahd's witnesses, and I'm going to tell all the people of Barovia that Strahd is actually a cool guy, and that, he's just got a bad rap.
Biggie is not going to do well at Armageddon.
Biggie!
All right, everybody, load up onto these trains. Okay, I renounce Jehovah.
but only because he played D&D once.
Wow, but look at this, James. You could have been doing all the things you wanted to do the whole time along if you were going to forsake God and die at the last second anyways.
You hear the crackling of stone as you can't really tell where it's coming from, but it sounds like a crumbling, crackling noise as you stand on the precarious overlook. And the mist in the area where you are has you guys can you cannot move your tokens. You where they are. You can move that where you can move that one move that you did, and then leave it. The crumbling of stone and crackling, although you can't really tell where it's coming from, coincides with an odd swirling of the mist around you. It feels like it's kind of going opposite to the way the wind is blowing. Like you would think it would be going one direction, but really it's more like swirling around. There's some patches where it's thicker than others, and some where it's kind of thinning out, kind of strange from what you've seen here so far. And as you look around and see, passive perception really, you see that 4 bat statues perched high on the walls suddenly come to life and stretch their wings and start flying around in circles around you. And everyone go ahead and roll initiative, but it's up to you what you decide to do about this fact. They have not attacked you yet, but they are circling you and getting closer. And they're up in the air, so their tokens are on the map, but they're up in.
Okay, rolling initiative. Eight. Biggie gets 8.
Okay. And you guys can roll on tabletop if you want, but I'll add. If you do it manually, I'll add it manually.
Like bats?
3.
So they look like statues, but statues of bats. They're big bats, but not like gargoyle size.
Pretty big bats. Do they look like they're made of stone still, or did they turn to flesh?
Make a nature check, and everyone, if you would like to make your nature check to coincide with that, you may.
Woohoo! I've got a +3 nature, so that's an 8.
19.
Oh crap! I can't roll initiative on here. I've got to. Okay, 19. Okay. Just got to do this manually.
No, my initiative was 3. My nature check was 19.
Yeah, I got it. No, your check's already in here automatically. I have to do them manually because I didn't put their stats in the actual table.
I forgot. It just scared me. You're like, okay, 19.
Hey, you should take it.
No, I don't want a 19 initiative. I don't like going first.
True. You're like, no.
I like bringing up the rear. What can I say?
Okay. And just waiting on, well, I guess I'll do the NPCs too. They are in, so. But just waiting on Erebin.
Hold on.
No problem. I'm still doing NPCs. Okay. Initiative order is set except for Erebin. And first is going to be Vanya. So you had enough notice that there's something going on. Huh?
I thought I already rolled initiative, huh?
Oh.
Hold on. Just didn't list me on there, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't show.
Let me roll it again.
Okay.
6.
Okay, so initiative is in order. And Vanya's first. You guys don't really know exactly what's happening, but you know that these bat statues have come to life and the DM made you roll initiative, so you can do with that what you will. But Vanya's first. She looks around and she draws her mace and she looks up at the bats and kind of looks to you guys to see what you're wanting to do.
Vanya.
Oh yeah, Vanya. Oh, hold on. We're in initiative, right? It's Vanya's turn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see.
They are 80 feet up at the moment.
So she could blast with a spell. She's got all of her level 4 spell slots. She could do a crossbow, but she's got. I think I could hit them with guiding bolt, and Guiding Bolt gives advantage on the next attack. Guiding Bolt is... That's kind of what I'm leading towards. Unless... Yeah, I failed my nature check. Did anyone get... Do we have any idea how strong these are?
Oh,
do you guys want me to
yes.
blast with
So
them?
I'm sorry. I was so focused on initiative and stuff. Yes. So with a 19 nature check, you can tell that these are still made of stone. The crackling was just them moving, kind of like the gargoyle. So they're stone bats. What you know of them is they have no specific resistances to speak of. They're normal, mundane bats as far as that goes. However, they do have 2 special abilities, which you got with that nature check. Their flight speed is very, very small. They're not fast flyers. Their armor class is not very high. However, at the start of each of their turn, they regain hit points. And if they're destroyed, they reform within 24 hours from where they were destroyed.
Okay, so regeneration makes me think that we want to hit them hard and fast and focus fire. So I would go ahead and say, let's burn a spell slot for Ivania. Not necessarily every turn, but let's start it off by trying to wipe out one of them, because that's a ton of damage against one. And if it doesn't kill it, then the next person who attacks it will have advantage. So hopefully we can get these down to 3, like, well... Not before they attack, but at least within 1 round. So that's what I vote for, unless anyone wants to do anything different.
Whose spell slots are we saving for the Leap of Death?
That is Erevan. Vanya has 4 level 1 spell slots. She only needs those for heals, so I think we're good.
As long as Erevan makes sure to save 2 spell slots, then let's hit him hard and fast.
Okay, can I make a spell attack for Vanya?
I guess. What spell would you like to cast?
Okay, so do you guys think that she should hit the close bats or the far away ones?
Close.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna target bats. Is it like swarms of bats? Basically, is it like one bat or is it like a bunch of them?
There are 4 singular stone bats, and they're about the size of your forearm. They're a big bat, but they're not a giant. They're not the same size as what you know a giant bat is, but they are a formidable sized bat.
Okay, cool. So one big one as opposed to a bunch of little ones. Okay, so yeah, she's gonna expend a 1st level spell slot to cast Guiding Bolt on those bats, and that is an evocation spell, range of 20 feet.
Which bats?
These V.
Okay, yeah, they're singular. So I was just making sure you weren't casting multiple.
Oh, sorry, I keep saying bats. There's 3 bats in the little icon, so that's what I keep saying.
Are there?
Yeah, looks like it. Don't you think?
Yeah, damn it. I tried to find a good picture and I tried to zoom in so it didn't look like a swarm, but yeah, I didn't crop them out well enough. But no, I'm sorry. They're singular, and
That's fine.
I think those are just regular. Yeah, you know what I did is I used the regular bat icon because I'm sure I'll use those later. I didn't want to have multiple, but they are single bats and they are made of stone.
Okay, cool. All right, so so Guiding Bolt, 120 range, so it should be able to reach. It's verbal and somatic. So Vanya clutches her holy symbol shield and speaks the magic words as she makes the gesture, and a flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range. It is a ranged spell attack.
All right, make that attack and tell me the hit.
Okay, so I'm rolling, and oh shit, 3. I don't think I. Come on, man, this is a spell slot.
Oh, you know what? If you want, I'll give you a disadvantage because it's actually really dark here, so it's dim light. So you can make that again and take the lower result.
Well,
but Vanya does have light. I'm assuming she has light cast on her. So if a creature is within the range of light, you won't have disadvantage on it. However, the fog does make it kind of hard to see far away. So we'll just say, at the moment, 40 feet of 40 feet for dark vision characters and 20 feet for non-dark vision characters is the disadvantage range.
Okay, so the light spell is
20 and 20.
dim light. But no, that would be darkness. If they're 80 feet, if they're more than 40 feet in the air, then they're in darkness to her. She can't see them.
Yep. Everyone else, they're in dim light. For her, they're in darkness.
Okay. Are all of the bats in darkness then?
For her, I believe so. Where is she?
Okay. Because then I can do something else.
But we'll say that there is enough light with the scattering lightning that you're in dim light. I'm not gonna give you pure darkness. It's a pretty bright night with the lightning flashes.
You can do darkness. I'll just do. You have to let me take my roll back. I already wasted my spell slot.
It's not darkness. It's dim light. But you roll a 3. You're not taking anything back. That was your original roll.
Okay.
You had a full non-disadvantaged chance to hit, and you rolled a 3. So Vanya is done casting.
Yeah, but I think that next time we should say that she can't target them because they're in darkness.
No, they're in dim light.
Oh, okay, sure. That works. I'm just gonna use Fairy Fire next time anyway.
That's probably a good idea.
Because then I'll be able to see them no matter what.
Is she repositioning at all, or is she where she is?
I think
they're still up in the air.
She is. Yeah, she's kind of in the middle, so I think that's good.
All right. Arabelle is next, and she looks at the bats floating around, and she's like, "Oh no, bats!" She just kind of like sneaks over here, ducks behind the wall, just kind of casually. It's like a little building. And Irina is next, and she says, "Yes, I think we should find shelter from this rain." And she steps into the same building as Arabelle. And Bat O goes, and it's kind of flying down pretty slow. It moves a little bit closer, and about 15, 20 feet down. It's kind of hard to tell from the angle, but it swoops a little bit closer. God, I gotta keep track of their height. Okay, I'm gonna use drawing, and I'm hoping this is not gonna get out of hand. Okay, they were 80 feet up. He's now 60 feet up. Draw 60. The rest are 80. You know what? They're going to be 60 anyway, so let's just do 60.
Do that in Excel. You don't have to draw it on there.
Yeah, but I want people to be able to see it. I'll probably stop doing it, but just for now. So that
height, that's dumb. It should just have like a little height thing that you can toggle.
Yeah.
Like
right click and say what their height is. Maybe it's a condition. No, of course it doesn't. They got all these conditions and no height. Okay, so that bat goes. Next bat goes. He flies down a little bit as well. 60 feet and a little bit closer. Begee's turn.
Okay.
So technically, the top right two are the north and east one are still 80 feet up, but they're all slowly circling down.
Okay, so well, I've got Blade singing, but actually I've used them all up. But that's cool because I've got spell slots, so I think I'm going to use those instead. I only have one attack spell, which is Chromatic Orb. I mean, like first level spell. I do have Booming Blade and Chill Touch. Let me check Booming Blade real quick. Let me see if that might be useful. Okay, so Booming Blade. No, I have to make a melee attack to affect it. Okay, so I think I'm going to actually burn a first level spell slot and cast Chromatic Orb. And I think, now Begee does have Dark Vision. Out to 60 feet. And you said they're 60 feet. So that means Begee can see them.
Yes, they're 60 feet up, but they're also diagonal to you. But I'm not going to do some complicated math. So unless it's like a ridiculous distance, basically we're going to use squares. So if they're 60 feet up and you're within 60 feet horizontally, they're within your range. I'm not doing sphere calculation. The
Okay,
dark
I
vision
think
range is a cube.
I think they kind of simplify it that way. Like, you don't take a tangent; you just take either 60 feet up or 60 feet out. So,
Yeah. So if as long as it's within 60 feet in both directions, even though that's technically further on a direct vector, I don't care. Your dark vision transcends the bounds of physics. So yes, it is. It is for simplification. Yes, it is. Because it's dim light, it is bright light to you because you have dark vision.
Okay, so Biggie is going to grasp his magical quarterstaff as he does every evening and cast chromatic orb. He also has the diamond that he's wearing on his necklace is a component and it glows. A range of 90 feet. This is an evocation spell, and it besides the diamond, it also has magic words and magic gestures. So Biggie says the magic words and gestures and hurls a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at Bat V right here, just like Vanya did. I can choose between acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder for the damage that I take. From the nature check, you said we felt no resistances, so it probably doesn't really matter. So
Correct.
I'm going to do lightning damage because lightning would be pretty cool to zap a flying bat. So I'm going to zap him with an orb of lightning.
All right, you hurl the orb of lightning, and with a result,
I get a +5 to my roll, and I rolled a 5, so that's 10, and I don't have anything to mitigate. Hey, Erevan, make sure you toss someone a bardic inspiration on your turn. So that's going to be a 10 to hit.
As you hurl the orb of lightning through the air...
I don't have any right now. Sorry.
Oh yeah, right. you guys have used them. The orb crackles and shakes and wobbles in the air, and it kind of looks like it's sparking out a little more because of all the rain in the air and the statue's wet. So roll that check with advantage, since you're using lightning damage in the rain.
Yeah.
The statue itself doesn't do anything, but it's conducting electricity because it's soaking wet.
Well, that's
it's
cool. Because I was
porous to
thinking
absorb
about
water.
doing fire at first, and fire would be like less, right? Because there's rain. Anyway, I only got 2 more, so it's a 12. Not very much. 12.
Yeah, it crackles and zaps and jumps to it, but not enough as it flies by. You overshot it way too far, and it goes phew, and flies off into the darkness.
Bad rolls tonight, man.
Yeah, 2 first level spell slots just blown. That's all right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Would you like to move at all or activate blade singing?
I am out of blade singing. We haven't short rested. Yeah, it sucks because I get blade singing on short rest, and yeah, like we should probably have tossed a short rest just to reset our stuff. But it takes an hour, so I don't.
That wouldn't have been a bad idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
Bat V
here turns over.
All right. Bat V flies down 20 feet, and Erevan, it is your turn.
Okay. Bat V, you said?
Yeah, they're all within 60 feet except for the one up top.
Oh.
Alright.
Wait, does Archie have initiative?
Yep, initiative 5.
Oh, sweet. Okay, good. Archie's gonna use the help action, but I'm sorry,
good idea.
jumping ahead, but yeah, I just remembered I can.
No,
do
that's
that.
good. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I'd like to cast Dissonant Whispers on Bat V.
Okay. So keep in mind that's going to make it run away from you, right? So if you cast that, it's going to fly up into the air further. So if you're trying to keep it up in the air, but then you melee characters won't be able to hit it. But it gives you more time to pelt it with range attacks. It just might be better to cast on something that's in opportunity attack range so everyone can whip it at once.
Okay.
Whip it.
Wait, let me reconsider. That's the only thing I can actually throw at it right now, like spell-wise.
What's the range on Vicious Mockery?
Because Tosh has Hideous Laughter, which is my other spell, that's 30 feet.
What's Vicious Mockery?
Don't you have a bow and arrow?
Checking. No, I don't.
You don't have a crossbow? You don't have any ranged weapons?
You have a hand
For some
crossbow with
reason-
60 bolts.
What?
You have a hand crossbow with 60 bolts. You need to write that down on your character sheet. I have it
Wow.
on mine.
Okay.
When I played my cleric, she used to use her crossbow. Like, it's pretty standard. Like, you could use Vicious Mockery because it's 60 feet of range, but yeah, if it's far away and you can't do much to it, you can always just pop an arrow at it, pop a crossbow.
Yep. Bards are hybrid fighter characters. They use range attacks and melee attacks more than spells. Their spells are more like utility stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, you have a high dex, so your ranged is good.
You're a fighter with spells. Hand crossbow, since you don't have it on your sheet, is
1d6.
Let's see. Now it might still be out of range, but you also have Vicious Mockery, which I've allowed you to cast as a bonus action. The hand crossbow is going to be disadvantaged because it is past the minimum 30 range, but you can still hit it, and if it does hit, it's 1d6 damage.
Sure. Still though, I couldn't cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter even if I wanted to because it's out of range, but I'll still try to hit it with my crossbow.
All right, roll to hit. It's the same as your rapier to attack.
Eight was my lowest roll out of the two.
Oh, right, because disadvantage. Okay, was that your total including your modifiers?
Yep.
Oh, yikes. Okay. So the crossbow bolt misses, and you still have your bonus action if you would like to cast Vicious Mockery. The range is 60 feet, and it is within 60 feet of you.
What? The range says 30 feet.
Vicious Mockery is 60 feet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was reading the wrong thing.
Hey, I do that every day.
Okay.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm casting Vicious Mockery on that beat.
Alright, he is going to make a wisdom saving throw.
Got it.
And he fails his wisdom saving throw, so what happened?
He takes 1d4 psychic damage and has disadvantage on the next attack roll before the end of its next turn.
Alright, roll that damage.
3.
Nah, that's not bad. 3 damage. And that was bat number V.
V.
Okay, he has taken 3 damage, psychic damage. He reels in the air a little bit. He kind of does a little loop-de-loop as his little bat stone brain reels.
Stone brain.
You insult him. You call him stone brain, and he goes, "Wah!" and
Stone
squeaks.
brain. Alright, ending my turn there.
Alright, would you like to move anywhere or do anything? You don't have any actions left, but you're good where you are.
Good where I am.
Bat P descend 20 feet. And it is Archie's turn. What would Archie like to do? Archie's fly speed is much faster than the bat's, but if he gets in range of them, he might take an opportunity attack.
Oh, yeah, but I have flyby, so I can't generate
Oh, he does?
attacks. Yep.
Damn, okay. So go fly by one of them. Do your little bird thing.
Okay, so how much damage total did Erevan do to Bat B?
3.
3.
Oh, did the crossbow miss, or did you only use Vicious Mockery?
Yeah.
Yep, crossbow miss.
Okay, cool. So Archie is going to go to V and is going to use the help action. So Archie is going to flap up to the bat and flap around at it and fake lunge at it and like distract it so that the next attack roll gains advantage.
All right.
That's a rule of the game, but imagine if someone was like just watching this and didn't know that, and they thought that you could just, if you just come up with it and it's a good like, hey, I do this and it's +3. Like, like you can just make it up, and if it sounds good, the DM's like, okay, whatever you say.
Add. And that was on V, right?
Yep.
Custom conditions suck. This thing has gone downhill, and we've only been using it for like 3 months. All the features no one cares about, he's adding and tweaking things that don't need to be tweaked, and then not adding things that are important. Okay, it is now Vicious Mockery to end help. And
oh, nice! It is
forward.
Advantage against it and disadvantage when it attacks. That's awesome. This thing is so cool.
That's not a bad little combo. And they're still pretty far away. They're flapping down, but they're moving slow. So it is your turn.
Okay. I guess I'm going to shoot the closest one with my crossbow.
Okay, and you have advantage on that hit because you can see it clearly, and it has vicious. It has been helped. So Archie's flying up, distracting it, and it's not paying attention. So this first attack will have advantage. I don't know if you get multiple attacks yet.
I think it's level 5.
Probably.
Okay, I think I got that put in there right. Oh, thank goodness for advantage. So I rolled a natural 1 on one of them. 21 to hit.
All right, that does hit.
Nice.
Give me some damage. Shit. How did Zoe get out of initiative?
8 damage.
8 to Bat B. Okay.
And then that would be the end of my turn.
Okay. After Zoe, we go back to Vanya, and her spirits are a little sunk after missing the bat with its with her guiding bolt. But everyone else has started pelting it, so she's a little bit higher spirits, and she's deciding what to do.
Okay. I think she should burn one more spell slot. She still has 2 left in case we need to heal. Actually, she has a second level one too. And I don't think, we still have our hit dice. Like, I think we're doing okay. And apparently we're about to escape. Next session we are going to be in Barovia, that kind of thing. So I think that it's okay to burn another spell slot. Since she's a human and can't see very well in the dark, she could cast Fairy Fire to make a 20-foot cube to make it easy to hit, but instead I think she should cast Bless on the other 3 of us. Bless, as long as she's concentrating, for 10 rounds, we get an extra D4 anytime we make an attack roll or a saving throw. So that means that all of our attack rolls for the rest of the battle add a 1d4. It's like guidance for attacks. So I think she should use her spell slot on that.
Be right back real quick.
Okay. So, so Vanya's gonna expend 1 first level spell slot, and she's gonna cast the spell Bless, and she's gonna cast that on Erevan, Zoe, and Biggie. So the 3 of them are now blessed with an extra 1d4 to attack, as long as she has concentration. And that is verbal, somatic, and material, a sprinkling of holy water. So she takes just like a little tiny, few drops of the holy water and flicks it in the air. It reaches a range of 30 feet, so she can hit Zoe, Erevan, and Biggie with that spell.
Okay, those 3 characters are blessed. Is there anything else you would like to do with her turn?
And it's an enchantment spell, by the way. And is this bat up in the air, or is it within 5 feet of her?
They're all 60 feet up.
Okay. I think actually she should run over here, at the edge, so she can still see them, but she's kind of a little more out of the way.
Okay.
And then that's it.
Okay. So next is Arabelle, and she's ducked inside, and she's peeking out, and she sees the party fighting and launching arrows and bolts and spells up into the air, and she wrinkles her face, and she's like, "That's not fair." I should help. And she looks down, she looks around on the ground, and she picks up some rocks on the ground, and she holds them in her hand, and Irina says, "What are you doing, child?" And she says, "Leave me alone, I'm gonna help him." And she runs out, and she starts just throwing rocks, like, no care, just like pelting them one after another at V. And a couple of them hit it and like bounce off of it. It doesn't look like they deal any significant damage, but she's just like pat, 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 and then she's out of rocks, and she goes out, and she goes, "Gotta reload," and she runs back into the thing.
We need to give her like a weapon or something.
Irina says, "That was awfully brave of you, child, but you need to be careful. We have to make sure nothing happens to you." And she says, "I'm the chosen one. Nothing can happen to me." And she says that kind of thinking can get you into a lot of trouble. Trust me, I know. And she says, "But you're right. We must help. We can't allow these our saviors to go this alone." And she runs out, and I think she has a ranged weapon. I hope so. Let's see. Okay, that website still doesn't work.
Big E has a crossbow he's probably not going to use. He could totally toss that to Arabelle. If she's proficient.
She's definitely not.
No, then he's not going to do it. She can still
Irina
use it.
pulls out.
You just miss out on the +2 proficiency bonus.
Yeah, she could. She's never held a crossbow, and it's an adult size, so she'd probably have like trouble holding it. But she could. It'd probably better than rocks. Irina.
I have a light crossbow.
She's like 8.
Is there a difference?
She's like 8. When was the last time you saw an 8-year-old successfully use any sort of ranged weapon with any effect?
I feel like there's a bad modern day dystopian class capitalism reference that I can't think of right now, though.
Well, you haven't asked her. Maybe she's shot a crossbow before. She is a wandering traveler. But Irina comes out, and she pulls out a hand crossbow and aims it up and releases a bolt at Bat V, and the bolt hits its stony flesh and bounces off, and it looks like a little chip of stone falls to the ground. And she says, "Easy enough." And she runs back in and says, "Try and top that." Then she realizes that she's like gloating to a child who ran out before her and started attacking these things, and she's like, good job out there." And Arabelle just like makes a stink face at her. But it took some damage from that. Let me record that. Okay. And Bat O descends. It is now 40 feet. And as you guys are sitting there fighting these bats and pelting them, and they're slowly kind of hovering down and getting in range, you still don't know what's going on, but they don't look pleasant, and they're slowly encircling you. The mist that's surrounding this area has continued to kind of coalesce into pools, but the number of pools has kind of gotten smaller. So it's not only getting thicker, but there's also getting less of it and less of it. So it's still kind of foggy, not completely blocking your vision, but it's still there. And you see at the far end towards the garden, you see that there's kind of a big swirling pool of mist that's kind of collected, and you can't really see for sure.
Hello.
But, oh, welcome back. You can't really see for sure, but the coalescing mist kind of looks like it's taking the form of a humanoid creature. But you can't see it because it's surrounded by mist. Like, this whole area is filled with mist. And except for like the very outskirts, like this area and forward is kind of and there's no mist there, but the rest of it has so much mist, but you see a form take shape in the mist. Everyone can roll a nature check if you like.
Yes. Rolling. I'm actually not proficient in nature. I mean, Biggie. But he's got plus...
Yeah, but everyone can roll one. You're sure to get something.
He's got +3, 13.
Okay. Anyone else?
I rolled a 6.
All right, not better than 13, but good effort.
No.
And anything on Ervin? Oh, I see the 6 now. I wasn't looking.
Caravan, are you rolling a nature check to see what this state creature is?
Aaron?
Yes. Sorry. I was letting whiskers out.
No problem.
Okay. She wouldn't stop wowing, and it was loud. All right. I'll roll.
All right,
Okay.
well,
Never mind. 2.
with a 13, you don't know a whole lot about this creature, but you do recognize it as a creature that you've heard about. It looks kind of like an air elemental, but maybe more like an evil, corrupted version of one. So you don't know the specific creature, but it looks like an air elemental, but it's formed from mist instead of air. And you don't know what that means, but it does not. All you know is elementals are already kind of iffy, and this one looks more evil based on what's forming it. The evil choking mist is what its body is formed from. And what you can tell, not only from your nature check, but also just from observation, it is invisible. However, you know where it is, and you can target it, but it is invisible. So you only know about where it is. Kind of like how you see like the shimmering cloak of invisibility when someone's actually invisible. But it blends into the mist. You think if it was in clear air, it might kind of stick out like a sore thumb, but in its environment of the mist, it is enshrouded.
So that's going to be like disadvantage versus it, so we should stay away from
Yeah.
We should try to
Unless
get
you
rid
fairy
of
fire it.
bats.
You could fairy fire it, and that would get rid of the invisibility
Oh, yeah, you're right.
from disadvantage. Yeah, but, so let's see. Bat D floats down, and it is McGee's turn.
Oh, jeez. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Okay.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so Biggie reaches into his pocket and he pulls out his wand of magic missile.
Ah!
Well,
Ooh.
but I have bless. Magic missile's an auto hit.
True, that'd
should
be a
I
waste.
burn up magic missile for definite damage? No, you know what? I think I'm.
While you're blessed, maybe.
I don't want to waste that bless. I want to try to get. So I think I'm going to try another chromatic orb. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, but I'm hanging on to this wand. If we have to fight this mist elemental, I want to make sure I can damage that. So. Okay, I think I'm going to burn up another spell slot, and I'm going to cast chromatic orb, and I'm going to do thunder damage again, and I'm going to do it against bat.
Okay. Thunder or lightning?
Oh, lightning. I'm sorry. Lightning.
Okay. And you discovered that interaction, so roll that with advantage.
Okay, so advantage plus D4.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, this is rough, man. Okay, 15.
Total?
And total. I got a 4 and a 6. So advantage, that's a 6. But I got a 4 on my bless. So that's a total of 10. And then I have plus 5 spell attack. So a total of 15 and just barely squeak that away, mostly because of bless.
That hits.
Hopefully 15 hits. It hits?
Yeah, your electricity crackles through the air and almost passes the bat, but it explodes right next to it as it conducts the electricity well enough with the water coating its skin, and it crackles and shocks the bat as it burns up and evaporates the water surrounding it. But
It's
roll
gonna
some
do-
damage.
It's going to do 3d8. And I'm rolling that.
Right.
Okay. Crappy rolls, but 7 damage. Not
7 damage. So your crackling thunder not only loops around and strikes it, but you can tell that the lightning that coursed through its body was greatly increased by the fact that it was soaked with water. And as the lightning invades the stony pores, it explodes from the inside and shatters down millions.
Nice. Okay, that's what we need.
Ooh.
So that bat is dead. I'm going to mark it as dead, but I already told you about the ability that it has that it comes back to life in 24 hours, but whether or not that's relevant, I don't think this combat is going to take 24 hours, but I'm still going to leave it there.
Us discussing how to jump off a cliff might take 24 hours.
But yeah, that was Baghee's turn, and it's Bats V's turn, but Bat V is dead. So, Erebin, you're next.
All right.
There are 3 bats remaining, and now there's a mist elemental.
Where exactly is the mist elemental?
If you look to the left towards the green, it's standing right at the tip there.
Oh, I see that. Oh, okay. That's pretty concerning.
Yeah,
I say
and
try to
it-
take out the bats, and then hopefully before it gets over here.
Okay, I'm gonna crossbow at Bat D, and then throw in a vicious mockery.
All right. Go ahead and make that attack roll first, and then I'll let you know the result of the save.
Remember to add a D4 to your attack roll for bless.
Yep.
Yes. $18 to hit.
All right, that is a hit. Roll some damage.
Nice.
And it failed the saving throw, so add a D4 to that for vicious mockery.
Okay. That's 6 total damage.
What'd you roll for the crossbow?
Wait. 3.
3
Wait
plus
a
2, and
minute.
then what'd you roll on vicious mockery?
Also 3. Sorry.
Okay, so 8.
Yeah, my bad.
It's okay. So 8 damage. You said D is what you were shooting at.
Yeah.
All right, your arrow strikes it and chips off a piece of its stony body as the vicious mockery distracts it, as you call it a rude name and insults its mother.
Stinker. Stinky.
Uh-oh, Stinky!
Uh-oh.
And that is it for your turn. And Bat P will go. He descends another 20 feet, and he is now 40 feet up. And Archie's turn is next.
Bat P.
Bat P.
Bat P.
Archie is gonna fly up to Bat P. Wait, did Bat D take damage just now?
Yes. D was the one that was attacked.
Hmm.
Yeah, you probably want to focus fire that one, right?
How much damage did you do to it?
She
Yeah,
did
let's-
8 damage.
Okay, yeah, let's give advantage on it, so hopefully the next hit wipes it out. So Archie is going to use the help action on D to distract it and give advantage to the next attack roll against it.
All right, it has been helped and it is distracted. And Zoe, it is your turn. Bat D has advantage if you try to shoot it. Bat P has nothing special.
All right, then I'm going to do Bat D
Okay,
with my
So-
crossbow.
make your crossbow shot with advantage.
And plus 1 D4 from bless.
Yes. That's a hit. Roll some damage. Oh, you needed that advantage, though. A natural 1 otherwise.
Damn straight. Same on my last one was a natural one. Sorry, it took me forever to type that in because I kept messing up and then I had to start over.
Yeah, there's a lot of
even though
shit you gotta add.
Yeah, I was copy pasting it, but I don't have every combination of everything
Yeah.
put in there. All right, hold on. So my attack is, my damage.
You did so well in the first one. 9. Oh, that's a high roll too. Jesus. Okay.
All right. I'm good. I'm willing.
Let's see. All right. He has been quite damaged as well, and little bits of his stone body are like you've shot enough holes in him by now that little bits are starting to crumble down to the ground, but he's still in a solid enough piece to continue fighting. And we come again to Vanya.
Oh. If she uses Sacred Flame, that doesn't get disadvantage, right? Because she's not targeting it for an attack.
Right, it's a saving throw.
Okay, I think that's what she should use. Because I don't want her to burn up all her stuff. That way she can try to do... yeah, okay, so Vanya's going to cast Sacred Flame on D, I guess, because he's the one we're trying to wipe out. So this is an evocation spell range of 60 feet, so I think that makes it, right?
Yes, it is. And he fails the save.
Oh, sweet. Okay, that's 1d8. Oh, that was Dex save. You got that right?
Yeah, he failed it either way.
Okay, oh. Oh, you just got like a 1 or 2. Oh, that's too bad, because my damage is only 1.
Oh. That's something.
So 1 damage.
Alright, Arabelle's turn is next. She didn't think that the rock thing did any good. And so she looks at Irene and she says, "Hey!" And Irene says, "What?" And she says, "Give me that thing you had." And she says, "What thing?" She points to the crossbow in her cloak and she says, "This! Let me try it." And Irene says, "You're a child. I would not give you such a dangerous weapon. You might hurt yourself." And she says, "Yeah, well, those things are going to hurt us if we don't get rid of them, so give it." And Irene goes... She loads an arrow into it. She says, "Be careful and don't point it at anyone unless you want to hurt them." She goes, I know. And she steps out and she aims it up and you see her holding it. It's a hand crossbow. She's holding it with both hands, trying to steady it as the rain's pelting down and hitting her. Her hair is sopping wet and she's aiming it up at that D because she sees that's the one you guys are shooting. And Archie is up there next to it. No, I'm just kidding. Archie flew away because Flyway. I was going to be like, haha, she might hit Archie, but you didn't leave there. She aims up and she fires the crossbow. I need another D8. Disadvantage. And she fires the hand crossbow and it looks like it's going to hit it, but then it just kind of like stops short and it goes right underneath it. And she goes, "Damn." She curses and then she covers her mouth. Oop. She looks around. Doesn't look like anyone noticed or said anything.
Arabelle.
She looks at whoever responds to her and she walks back and hands it back to Irina and says, "All right, fine, you take it back, but I better get my hands on something. What am I going to do if something attacks me and I can't defend myself?" She says, "I've had practice. My dad let me shoot crossbows and throw daggers and stuff. I can handle myself." And Irina looks at her and says, "Yes, that looked very good. That was a good try." And then she says, "But let me show you how to do it." And she steps out in the hallway and she gives like a little instructions. She's like, "You have to hold it up and aim, and then you breathe in, and then you breathe out halfway and hold your breath and aim and fire." And she shoots at that D, and that bolt hits. And it sticks in that D, and it deals some damage. And she says, "See, that's how you do it." And she walks back in and hands it back to Arabelle with a bolt. She says, "Here, try again."
Just so you know, when it came to my turn, I thought about saying that I go ahead and give her the crossbow and give her a lesson in how to do it while everyone's standing there waiting on, because combat only takes 6 seconds. And I was like, nah, that's just stupid, ridiculous. Oh, okay, Jake's doing it.
Yeah, they're next to each other in initiative, and they're also next to each other in the little tower thing, so it worked out. But
they were talking about it throughout like multiple rounds for sure. Yeah,
it's probably better for you as the adventurer to be giving your full strength and not letting someone take your weapon, but you can like kind of trade weapons. So if you're next to each other, you can pass it around if you needed to.
I just thought it was funny. That's all.
That you were literally thinking of that, and then yeah.
But then I was like, no, Jake's not going to let that fly. It's going to take more than 6 seconds to give her a tutorial. So everyone will be just sitting there staring, like, what's his name during Shaun of the Dead when he gets the phone call? It's like, yeah, I can't talk now.
It's not giving her any bonuses. It's not like, oh, she knows. It's not it's not like, oh, she knows how to use a crossbow now. It's just an interaction, a role play, pretending that you're the characters instead of just rolling attacks.
Sorry, I just thought it was funny.
No problem. Yeah, that's a good point. And yeah, if you thought of something like that, feel free to do that. You can say it or ask if you can do it, and I'll tell you, no, that's not really gonna be possible. But yeah, that would totally work. You can do it. You can go over to her now and be like, oh, you know what, that's a good idea.
I'm good.
But also, you don't have a hand crossbow, so it might be more difficult to use the heavy one.
Yeah. I have a light one.
Yeah, but it's still a two-handed big weapon.
Yeah, I know.
But, I mean, she could try. You could hand it to her and be like, here, try this. And she might be like,
No, really, I'm good. It was just fun.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. All right, that O flies down a little bit, and it is starting to get close to the surface, but it's still slow at flying. And the elemental at the far end, you see that you don't see it moving, but you see the mist kind of start to ripple as you see the form move closer towards you, and it's kind of hovering in the air and moving in a strange pattern as it gets closer, and it's kind of right in the center of this platform. And that D flies down a little bit further. You see the cracks in its shell begin to kind of fill out and reform as it hasn't taken damage in a moment. And it starts to kind of repair itself a little bit. And it is Biggie's turn.
Biggie, name is Biggie. And okay, this mist elemental is getting uncomfortably close. So I think it's time to burn. Wait, don't I have? Hold on a second. Do I have Thunder Wave, man? Do I have an AoE? No, of course not.
Okay.
Nope. All I've got is my only attack spell is Chromatic Orb. I could do that. No. Okay, I think I'm gonna burn the magic missile wand on the mist elemental. No, that's stupid. I need to get rid of D. Does he have advantage still from Archie, or did someone else already attack him?
So he used the advantage up. And hit pretty strong.
Oh, nice.
Needed it.
I'll use Chill Touch on D.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Okay, so Chill Touch is a ghostly skeletal hand with a range of 120 feet. It's a necromancy spell with verbal and somatic components. It's a ranged spell attack. So with the +5, my spell attack, Biggie's spell attack is 9. But with Bless is 13. Yes, so 13 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Woohoo! So that's going to be 1d8 necrotic damage. And
it can't regenerate hit points.
Oh, yeah! And it can't regain hit points until the start of the next turn. Oh, that's right. These things are regenerating. Yeah, so we really do need to focus on. So that's going to be 4 damage. 4 necrotic.
All right, it has taken 4 necrotic damage. All right, anything else?
No.
All right.
No, and Biggie will just stay here. This is fine.
Okay, and Aravan is next.
Okay. I'm gonna go for that D.
All right.
Doing the same thing I did before. Crossbow plus vicious mockery.
Okay, go ahead and roll that crossbow attack, and then afterwards I'll resolve the saving throw.
Is Bless still active?
Yes.
Yep. It's like it lasts
Awesome.
the whole battle basically. It lasts
Pretty
for
much,
10
unless
rounds.
Vanya takes damage.
Ten to hit.
After bless and your modifier, what'd you roll?
Yeah. Like a 5.
5 plus 5 plus bless? What do you mean like a 5? What were
5 plus
your
5.
what were your rolls? You have a plus 5 to hit.
5. Huh.
The absolute minimum you can roll is 7. If you roll ones on every single die.
Aaron,
So
is it a
Oh,
plus
dang.
6? What's your
Plus-
attack bonus?
plus 5 to hit. So the same as your rapier.
Oh. Okay,
It's
my
your-
bad.
your
Hold on.
dexterity.
Okay, that's a 12.
That's still not a hit, but yeah, make sure you're adding everything correctly. You get a lot of bonuses.
I updated it, don't worry.
Okay.
It's also
So you
good
rolled-
if you say what each thing is, like say I rolled a this, plus a this, plus a this.
Yeah.
Because then if you did forget something, then a party member could be like, "Oh, did you add this?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's why I say it that way at least. Also, maybe Jake might be nice and remind me if I forgot something.
But
True.
yep, with the 3 modifiers, that is a 12 is still a miss. So your bolt flies wide, and the vicious mockery, it actually shakes this one off. So your turn is over, but that's fine. It's been chill touched, so it's not going to heal. So you guys have another round to go at it. And Bat P flies a little bit closer. They are all now 20 feet above, and Archie is next.
Help action on D.
Okay, D has been helped, and Zoe is next.
Okay, I want to shoot gargoyle. We're working on gargoyle D right now, right? Not P.
Right.
Could have used letters that sounded different. Got it. Okay, then I want to shoot at D.
All right.
Still at plus, right? Right.
Yeah.
Oh, do I still have advantage?
Yes, because the bird goes right before you, and it's giving you advantage every turn. So just because
What
by
I-
the nature of the fact that you go after it in initiative, yes. So.
Well, I just want to make sure because I am starting to slow down and get tired, so I want to
Yeah.
make sure. All right. So 17 to hit.
That hits, so it gives some damage.
10.
Nice.
And that's my
Right.
turn.
It is crumbling and crackling, and its wings are chipping apart, and it's kind of looking around in distress as its wounds are not healing. And Vanya is next.
Okay, I got an idea. I want her to cast. I don't know if you saw me measuring with the ruler.
I did.
I want to cast Burning Hands. It's actually one of her light cleric spells that she always has prepared and
Okay.
almost never used because clerics aren't usually casting fire spells. But even though they're pretty low to the ground, and I think I can see them now, it's actually a saving throw spell, so it doesn't matter if I can see them or not. So I get full vision. It's a 15-foot cone. So if I move right here between them, then that gives me 15 feet
Make sure you're
out,
staying on the grid.
15 feet out, and then 15 feet across. So I should be able to hit all 3 of these in my cone.
Yeah, all 3, but not the one in the back. Yeah, you can.
No, because not the one in the back. A 3 is
Yeah.
pretty good. That's
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, Biggie has no AoEs, and then I'm like, oh shit, Vanya has AoEs. Yeah, and you know the best part is if they fail to save, it still does half damage. I don't think there's
True.
anything flammable here, but it would also so Vanya is going to run to this point here, and she's going to expend a first level spell slot to cast Burning Hands. It is an evocation spell with verbal and somatic components. It's a 15-foot cone. As you hold your hands with thumbs touching and fingers spread, a thin sheet of flame shoots forth from your outstretched fingertips. Each creature makes a dexterity saving throw.
Right. The Mist Elemental and Bat D both fail their save, and Bat P succeeded with a natural 20.
Nice.
So
it still takes
Bat
half
P.
damage.
Yep, Bat P swoops out of the way. Bat P. God, why do they? P should not be an option.
P.
Bat P swoops out of the way. Isn't that guano? Bat P.
No. Oh.
Well, guano I think is poop and pee mixed together like
Yeah,
birds.
I'm just I thought of Donald Trump as Batman, and wasted billionaire and Bat P, and yeah.
Bat P swoops
Bat
out
P.
of the way and dodges a little bit, but then not fast enough, and the fire hits it. Mist Elemental and Bat D. Yeah, what's the damage?
Same damage for all three, I believe. So the damage of this Burning Hands, it's 3d6, which is a total of 11 damage.
All right, so
that's some DPS right there.
Yeah.
So I did 11 and 11 and 5, so 27 total damage.
So Bat P having failed. Wait, how much damage?
It's 11, and it's half damage on a fail.
Oh, okay. So Bat
11 and 11 and 5, so that's 27 total damage.
Oh, you're talking about total.
Yeah.
Okay. I was making sure I wasn't missing something. Okay. So
no,
yeah, half damage.
DPS.
Gotcha. Rounded down is 5 on Bat P. And then the Elemental took some. And so Bat D, as the fire hits it, it evaporates what's left of the water on its skin, and it sizzles and steams and pops like popcorn and crumbles to the ground, not in as many pieces as the lightning one, but you see like a little batty head and wings crumble on the ground. The Mist Elemental, as you hit it with the fire, you're using fire against mist, which is basically water vapor.
No.
But as you blast it with the fire, it looks like the mist just kind of like what's that word called when something sublimates? The mist sublimates as the fire blasts through it. So it kind of clears a swath it blasts a hole straight through it, like in the shape of the cone, which then refills with mist. But it looks like the mist is now less dense, like it had to take some mist from other places to kind of fill its holes. But it's a little bit harder to see, but less viscous as it howls in misty, kind of like an airy, breathy hiss. And Bat D is dead, so I'm just gonna hide it. And Bat P takes some damage. Aravin's turn is next. So I will just say, strategy wise, Bat P goes next, and it is going to heal. So if no more damage is dealt to it now, it's going to heal back up to full because it only took 5 damage. But if you can do more than 5 damage, then it will not heal to full. It will take the damage that you dealt to it, and eventually, hopefully, Big E will get Chill Touch on it.
All right.
Yeah, to stop it from regenning.
Yeah.
Let me finish him off.
Or, since you know it's about to heal, you could also attack the Mist Elemental, which is now almost in melee range, you guys. So, either one.
True. I'll pick the bat.
Alright.
Alright, crossbow, vicious mockery. Go.
Alright.
Ah! Oh no.
Don't forget Bless.
I know. 8. I got a
Total?
1. I got a
Oh,
1.
one's a natural
Oh,
miss. Doesn't matter how many
one is-
modifiers you have on on an attack. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, that's a miss. It's P's turn, and you do see the little cracks that were dealt to it from the fire begin to kind of meld back together, and it continues flying down, and it is now ground level. No, crap. I don't remember where they were. Uh, I think I wrote the 20 early. Yeah, because otherwise O would have already flown over to you guys. So it flies down. It's now at 20. So it's almost at ground level, but so is the other one. And Archie is next, floating above a
Alright,
dead bat.
We've been focusing P, right?
Uh, yes, but it's full HP now, so whichever.
I still think we should focus the bats for now because they have regen. Don't you guys think so? Or do we try to blast down the mist elemental and then do the regenning bats? What do you guys think?
I almost think that we should go ahead and take care of that bat because we know we can focus fire it down in one round. It's my opinion.
Okay, so Archie is going to use the help action to impose advantage for the next attack on Bat P.
All right, Bat P has been helped, and it's Zoe's turn.
Bat P.
All right, I am going to shoot at Bat P. 20 after bonuses.
That's a hit.
Seven damage.
That's a damage. All right.
I'm done with my turn.
It has taken some damage. And back up to initiative, we're on Vanya. The mist elemental stares into your soul as it floats towards Vanya, who is right out in front of everyone.
Oh shit. Okay, so I think that she should run for cover, but first she's gonna use okay, she has one spell slot left. She can recover one spell slot on a short rest. So, but I think she should still go ahead and save it. What do you guys think? And just use sacred flame.
Well, once we get back to Barovia, are we going to just turn right back around and head up here? Or are we going to chill in town, get a good night's rest, and get ready to come back?
Okay, you know what? I have a level 2 spell slot if I really need it. So, wait a minute. Can I upcast?
Yeah.
Oh, what if I upcast? Hold on. Let me look at see if I can upcast Burning Hands. I can't. Oh, it's only an extra D6. No.
Yeah.
I would rather upcast my heal if I need to. Okay, so Vanya is going to still standing here. She can hit both of these guys in her fire. Yeah, because we need to do a lot of damage when these guys are gonna start hurting us. We're just getting lucky. Okay, so she's gonna use her last spell slot, her last first level spell slot, to cast Burning Hands on both of these creatures. So that is a DC 13 dexterity save.
13.
DC 13 dexterity.
The mist elemental is able to kind of disperse its body and dodge the majority of the blast, but the bat takes the full brunt of it. So give me some damage to spread up.
That's going to be 8 damage total. I got 2 1s, but yeah.
Ow.
It's not bad, though. It's still 16. No.
Yeah.
12 DPS.
So, elemental takes half. Bat takes, you said 8?
Yep.
Okay. And the bat looks like it's starting to crumble.
Yeah, I think she needs to run. I'm going to have her go here. So if they want to attack her, then they're going to get like surrounded. And that way she's out of line of sight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good spot. For the healer to be, it's good to be a little bit out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Arabelle's turn is next, and Irina just handed her the crossbow and said, "Here, try again." And she goes, "Yeah." And she steps out and she sees the mist elemental and she goes, "Oh." and she just kind of sees this howling thing. It's like got a mouth and like a vague corporeal form, and it's moving towards you guys pretty quickly. And she's like, and she steps back inside and she goes, "Here you go. No, I'm good. You you go help him out. You're better at this than me. I'm gonna just chill in here." And hold on one second. Gotta look something up in this stupid book. How do I not have the? Oh, I have the book next to me. It's easier to control F. Hold on. I've gone without using PDF this whole time. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that I had to see what that was. No, nothing. She runs back in and says, "Yeah, yeah. I mean, I still like to have a weapon, but this isn't a fight for me right now. I think you guys can handle it." And Irina says, "That's all right. You keep the crossbow for now." And she draws her sword and says, "I'll take it from here." And she runs out and she sees the mist elemental and she kind of steps back a little bit and she gets in a fighting pose where she's like where she has her one arm back and her other arm forward. She holds her rapier up in a kind of a fencing pose and she's ready to stab it if it comes any closer. And Bat O lies down and he is now ground level and he has started moving forward, but he is on the ground and he moves up towards Archie, but he has used up his full movement. And the mist elemental kind of disperses and floats around and you don't see it, and then it reappears between Irina and Erevan.
Ooh.
And oh yeah, also no opportunity attacks on it because invisible. Not that you would have at this point, but that's just a reminder.
Oh, that's right. Invisible.
Yeah, unless Fairy Fire. It appears between Irina and Erevan, and its misty tendrils swirl around and kind of whip faster and faster and speed up. And one of the tendrils whips out and hits Irina just as she realizes that it's coming forward, and she stabs it with her rapier. So she stabs at it, at the mist, and strikes at its heart, and her rapier kind of like disperses some of the mist as it goes. And I gotta get my D8. And does a little bit of damage as it screeches and turns towards her, and the mist envelops her. And let's see, envelops her as it whips its icy tendrils towards her. And she's able to kind of cover her eyes and duck back and avoid the brunt. But you hear the mist as it clacks against her armor, and it does not sound pleasant. It sounds like, you know, when you go outside when it's like a hailstorm, but it's like that little fine hail, and it just like hurts your skin. That, except 5 times faster. Sleet, but like, you know, when it's like smaller than that. I guess sleet, but not hail, I guess is what I'm getting. Yes, sleet, yeah. But smaller than sleet, like little fine mist particles, but icy and like cutting, like little sharp crystals, and it's just pelting her armor and just. But she's able to cover her vulnerable spots and block it, but it does not look pleasant. And it roars at her as it is Big E's turn.
Oh, we want to do chill touch on. Yeah, sorry about
that. Oh, yeah.
I know the Mist Elemental is right here, but I really need to try to stop the regen on this stuff. And
yeah, you don't want healing.
Let's see, I just used it. It's an attack, right? Where is it? Maybe chill.
Oh, and Did Zoe shoot the bat with advantage? Yeah, last round. Okay, so yeah,
Yes.
our Archie advantage is gone.
Oh, okay, no advantage. Okay,
Used.
that's cool. That's fine. So I'm gonna use chill touch on Bat P. So that's a D20 plus 5. I rolled an 8, so that's 13, which hit last time. So
That is the hit.
uh...
Nope, that one doesn't hit. Yeah, it hits.
okay, awesome. D8 necrotic damage. That's gonna be a total of
Right.
8. Fuck yes, finally.
Jesus.
Finally, I get a good high
Right.
damage roll. Okay, so
So-
8 damage, and it cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
The claw grasps onto its body and it kind of wraps its whole hand around it and just grips it, and you see it like its body starts to crush under the strength of the hand, but not physically. It just starts to like weather and decay, and it looks around frantically as its body is unable to regain its form, and in fact the opposite is happening. It looks like it's aging 1,000 years in one day as the stone weathers and wilts away, and looks like, you know how like how water weathers stone and like slowly melts it like ice. That's kind of happening to its body as it's just kind of melting in place. And that is Erevin's turn.
Okay.
So you got a mist elemental in your face. Irina is next to you, and you've almost killed that P, but if you try to shoot it, you have disadvantage because there's an enemy right next to you.
Okay.
You can
I'm
still
gonna
vicious
have to-
mockery it. You can still vicious mockery. It's not a range attack, so I just wanted to add that on there if you're trying to get it finished off. But that's risky.
Yeah. Okay. I could dissonant whispers it, make it run away.
You could. So you wouldn't
What
be
do you
able to
guys think
opportunity
about
attack
that?
it, but it would not be in your face, and you would have another turn to pelt it before it got up in range again. It did not look like you want to be hit by its attack, so that wouldn't be terrible.
All right. Then I'll do it.
However, just to help you guys strategize a little bit, since Nick's playing two characters,
Mhm.
was Vanya planning on casting Fairy Fire? No, she already used all her spell slots,
Yeah,
right?
she's out of
She
spell. She has
she's not
one
doing.
level 2 slot, so technically she could, but I think she should save it for an emergency heal.
Yeah, I'd agree. I was just gonna say if it was Fairy Fired and then Erevan Dissonant Whispered it, you guys could see it to attack it, but that's fine. I think the fire was better in this situation, but I just wanted to check on that. So I'm sorry. Continue.
All right. So I cast dissonant whispers, and they have to make a wisdom save.
All right, I will make his save. I will roll his save. I shouldn't preemptively say I'll make it. And he fails it. So what happened?
Nice. 3d6 psychic damage.
All right, what does that come out to?
Let me roll.
Oh yeah, saving throws we don't get the disadvantage. It doesn't matter that it's invisible.
Yep.
8 damage.
And actually, Dissonant Whisper, 8 damage. I got that total. Jeez.
Yeah.
Dissonant
getting
Whisper
low.
does not say one creature you can see. It just says one creature of your choice. I think Burning Hands is an AoE, and I don't think anyone's targeted with Chromatic Orb yet. So yeah, so far everything is by the book. Is Chromatic Orb require vision? You're
It's
probably
a
out of spell slots anyway.
It's a spell attack.
Yeah, creature you can see. What about Chill Touch?
Yep, creature you can see.
Okay, so yeah, your spells. Nope. Ghostly Skeletal Hand in the space of a creature within range. Chill Touch does not see. Oh, you were talking about Chromatic Orb still.
Yeah, sorry, I was a little
Okay.
bit behind. Yeah, it's a
No,
ranged
that's fine.
spell attack, but it does not say you have to see it. So I'd get disadvantage
Yep.
on the attack if I use that, but it would, yeah, I could target it.
Just opening up the options that are possible, because if it requires sight, you physically can't. But so far, nothing has. So you said 8 psychic damage. It reels in fear as it kind of sinks down into the fog and whips away through the fog and appears here as it appears. So he disconnected. If he doesn't come back, I'm going to go ahead and play his character for the turn, but he'll probably be right back. Unless he fell asleep.
I think he fell asleep. We haven't heard from him for a little bit, and he said he was getting pretty tired, so...
Probably.
He fell asleep.
That's alright.
Well, do you just want to suspend it and just finish up the battle next time?
Let's finish this initiative. I'll take his turn, and we'll see where we are.
Okay, cool.
I kind of want Bat P to get dead at least, because it's almost dead and it's chill touch, so if it heals up, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult.
Okay, alright, let's do the round real quick.
Alright, so Dissonant Whispers, he ran away, and Erebin, you have got your bonus action left if you'd like to Vicious Mockery anything.
You should get this bat again so we can get rid of it.
Yes.
Is that what you're doing?
Mm-hmm. What? Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, who should I target again?
Bat P.
Key.
And it failed its saving throw, so roll some damage.
Alright. $18 to hit.
No,
1d4 damage because you're doing Vicious Mockery.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
18.
We can use that one for the next attack. I'm fine with that. With all the low rolls, that'd be depressing to get another low roll after an 18. I think we're going to be ending after this round anyway, so...
Yeah.
I just want P to die.
1.
Ah, okay. P is still alive. Can familiars attack? We already established they can't, right?
Maybe for 1 point of damage.
Let's do one more half round because I think we might be able to get it dead. It's Archie's turn. What would Archie like to do? Wait, shit. Oh, it's Bat P's turn. Bat P flies down to the ground. They're all on the ground now. I'm erasing the drawing.
Archie has talons +3 to hit and 1 slashing damage if it hits.
Familiars can't attack.
Okay, well, if he could, that's what owls can do.
Yeah. I realized that as I was saying it. I was like, Adam. Welcome back. We're almost done. Don't worry.
Fucking Windows updates, and it wouldn't let me click the postpone. God damn it. Next computer, I am
Linux.
not going to run Windows anymore. Yes, I'm going to Linux. I sent a picture of my asshole along with a message straight to Microsoft.
You didn't miss much. We're trying to get this Bat P dead. We'll try to finish this round, but I don't know how much longer it'll be, and it is getting kind of late, so we'll see where it goes. But Bat P is 1 hit away. It's Archie's turn, so I'm assuming Archie's going to help. Do you want to help on the P? We're trying to finish it off. Archie?
Yeah, let's help it on P. You know, we've burned up a lot of our spells, so maybe we might even be able to wrap up the battle if we just spin through it real quick. So
I think we can. There's not many turns left.
Let's see if we can finish it up. So yeah, Archie's going to use a help action on P, and his turn's over.
Okay. P has been helped. It is now Zoe's turn. I would like to take this time to remind you that fighters have Action Surge, which you've not used yet, so you can attack twice this round if you'd like to use your Action Surge.
Yeah, I might as well if I can ever wait for Chrome to restore all my former windows so I can get
shit.
table plot.
If you'd
yeah.
like me to, I can roll for you.
Yes, can you do it for me, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it in
Because
game.
this is literally the first thing I did was load Discord, and I mean it's going to be 5-10 minutes before Chrome finishes loading everything.
Discord's the important one.
I've literally got like 3,000 tabs open total. So you know.
Oh Jesus!
That's gonna take a minute.
All right, crossbow. It's a 20 to hit, so I don't have to roll. I don't have to worry about the bless, and it dealt 6 piercing damage, which is enough to kill P. So P is dead. We now have O and the Mist Elemental left. Would you like to action surge?
I would just like to point out that loading 3,000 tabs in Chrome is still going to be faster than if I waited for Edge or IE to load up just one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, action surge and attacking.
Okay,
again,
so
please.
the one you
Attack
killed
the
is
bat,
dead.
I would say.
There is a bat and a Mist Elemental left.
I'd say attack
The Mist
bat,
Elemental
that
has
way.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, attack whatever.
Okay, so rolling that again, and again using Bless. It hits regardless, and 10 piercing damage. Oh, that was a max damage anyway. So 10 damage to the bat as it squeals and begins to fly towards you. Okay, and next in initiative is Vanya.
And she's gonna use Sacred Flame on Bat O.
All right. That's a nat 20 save.
Okay, nothing on a fail. Nope, no. Turn's over.
Arabelle's turn is next. She peeks out to see, because Irina just went out, and she wants to see what Irina's doing, and she sees the Mist Elemental as it's running away, and she's like, "Ha! Yeah, you are scared of her, aren't you?" And she aims and fires the hand crossbow shakily at the other bat. And with disadvantage, she still hits it.
Nice.
Deals damage. And it plinks it, and I mean, it doesn't require any specific strength because it's a crossbow, so she just aims it and fires it and like looks away as she's firing it, and it goes pew, plink, pew.
Right in the dick.
The bat dick.
No, I was talking about James.
Oh, yeah. Oops. Yeah, no, the recoil. So she fires it, but because she's so small, the recoil makes her fall back and hit Biggie, and she elbows him right in the crotch.
Oh,
better than it shooting, it's better than it ricochet, than it hitting her and knocking her off the cliff.
True, that could have been bad. Yeah,
Oh
Biggie,
my God.
Biggie, make a dexterity saving throw. You're right on the edge.
Oh.
You recoil as you get knocked in the nuts. Make that save. That's not a joke.
That's easy. Okay, so
I'm not telling you
His roll is going to be a joke.
I get a plus. Oh, I get bless because the saving throw. Bless works on saving throws as well. So I get a +2 to my dexterity saving throw. I rolled a 4 with bless plus a 13, so it's a total of 17 saving throw.
Okay. Plus 13? Jesus, okay.
No. I rolled a 13.
Oh,
plus
you rolled.
4
okay.
plus 2.
Okay. I thought you said you rolled a 4. I was like, uh-oh. Okay, she elbows you in the nuts. You go.
No, my bless was 4, so that's actually really good.
You get crazy. She's like, okay. I was just going to set it at D10.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't going to have you instantly fall off and die either. You'd have more chance. But she goes, oh, sorry.
Like
and
Homer Simpson down the cliff, you'd make him roll every other little spot.
Oof. She kind of embarrassedly walks back the cover of the house. And Irina's next. And she has her rapier drawn, and she sees an opportunity, and she charges up and stabs at the bat, which is now in melee range, and hits it. And her rapier pierces it with a glancing blow and deals some damage, but not really enough to do much to it. And she is now up in melee, of course. And the bat's turn is next, and it's going to return the favor and fly up to her face and try to chomp her face. And she got a breastplate. Jesus. Okay, that misses her face just barely. And it squeaks and flies above and over her and ends its turn here on the other side of her. And the Mist Elemental turns around and it moves towards her slowly and flies into her space as the mist whirls and swirls and surrounds her. And it attacks her. And since it's in her space, it starts whipping her, and her hair flies up into the air, and she's taking damage. It's pelting her and going whip, whip. And you see that you see little splatters of blood fly around everywhere, and she takes some damage. And then you hear whispers, which are loud. You can hear them, but you can't hear what the whispers are saying. And Irina holds up her rapier and turns around and looks at you guys, and her eyes are glowing red.
Oh shit.
Table clock finally loaded again.
Okay.
Crub's done loading.
Die.
Pretty much.
Big E's turn.
I still think I need to take out the bat, because this chill touch is keeping it from regenning. I don't want to attack the mist elemental until the bat's dead. So, chill touch on the bat.
Okay.
And that's going to be attack roll of.
Yep.
Oh my god! You want to know what the funniest part about all this is? Spotify just loaded.
That's actually funny. Maybe that's what the update was for. It was like, oh, you're trying to load Spotify.
God.
24 minutes.
Oh my god.
What's that? Chill damage. Oh, you're playing Spotify.
Oh, chill damage. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry. Chill damage 1d8, and that's going to be a 6.
6. All right, that's good damage.
And regen until my next turn.
Erevan, your turn is next. You have 3 enemies in front of you: a mist elemental, a bat, and your ally who's looking towards you with vicious eyes.
Get this bat dead, man.
Erevan,
Yes.
your turn.
Attack the bat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's in melee range if you want to walk up and stab it.
Oh yeah, do that actually. Just set your crossbow.
Okay,
use your
fine.
rapier.
All right. I'm gonna stab him
All right,
with my rapier.
13 or higher.
$17.
Hit. Roll damage.
Cool.
Sounds like Looney Tunes.
6 damage, and with vicious mockery,
So
4 damage.
the vicious mockery is 4 damage.
Yeah.
So the 6 damage kills it. So the
Oh.
the bat crumbles to pieces. Vicious mockery. Would you like to cast on the elemental?
Yeah.
Okay. The elemental rolls a save and he fails it, so he takes 4
Nice.
damage. And it hisses and roars at you. And Archie's turn is next.
All right, so Archie's going to use the help action on the invisible elemental, which will cancel out the disadvantage it gets for being invisible. So the next attack on it will have just regular straight attack, no disadvantage.
All right. Irina turns and looks at Archie as he flies closer, but as he flying away.
Yeah. So he's gonna fly over here.
Okay. She turns back to Erevan, her eyes gleaming red.
Ooh.
Stoey's turn.
Okay,
Again, like
well,
Erevan, you do have an enemy in melee reach if you'd like to walk up to it, but your ally is also seemingly going crazy. Oh, you can't get quite up there. You're too far back.
Yeah, I'll just shoot it again.
All right.
If you move up a little
Oh
bit.
wait, hold
then-
on. That would have been a 20, not a 20. Well, I don't have advantage anymore. Shit. I accidentally rolled it with advantage. I don't know which one's the real value.
Re-roll the d20 and we'll keep the other modifiers. It's still a +4 bless. That's a hit.
Okay. Damage.
Yep. And what were you saying about walking up to a Nick?
If you walk up like halfway, then next turn you'd be able to go up into melee range, and you have Battle Master maneuvers which add damage to your attack. So if you get up in melee range, you can use like pushing attack or whatever. I don't remember which ones you have, but you expend some superiority die and you get to roll extra damage. So if you walk up like halfway, then next turn you can walk up and just like unload on them.
Okay, I'll walk up halfway, but I'd have to go look up what I picked and all that stuff now at work.
You can do that while it's not your turn, but you can move up and then, yeah, that's definitely a good idea. But yeah, you've got a whole round to think about and read on that.
Okay.
And it is Vanya's turn.
Vanya's going to use Sacred Flame, no disadvantage. And she's going to run up, cast it, and then run back. So she's going to stay in here, but yeah, Sacred Flame, Dexterity save, disadvantage. I mean, no disadvantage.
It failed its save, so give me damage.
Awesome, so it's going to be 1d8, and that's going to be a 6. Not bad.
Right, 6 damage. Whittling it down.
Oh, I have Zach's Warlock character sheet. I don't know where his file is.
I believe I have it. Maneuvers. You have Distracting Strike and Goading Strike. Goading Strike is when you hit with a melee attack, you can add 1d8 and the target must save or have disadvantage on attack rolls other than you. So you goad it to attack you and deal extra damage. Or Distracting Strike, which is the same thing, but the next person to attack it has advantage. You also have if you get damaged by melee, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage. So lower some incoming damage. But you've got 2 that just straight up give you an extra 1d8 damage.
Okay.
And Arabelle's turn. She pops out and sees all the bats are dead, and she's still scared of that mist thing, so she's just staying back. Irina holds up her rapier and looks at Erevan, and the mist surrounds her head, and her eyes glow bright red, and you hear the whispers grow louder, and she lunges forward and strikes at Erevan with her rapier. And the rapier strikes through Erevan's defenses and deals 6 points of piercing damage to Erevan as it strikes you in the gut, and she pokes you, and she says in a demonic voice, "On guard!"
Oh my god. Okay, let me update that real quick.
And next is the bat, and then the mist elemental. So as she strikes Erevan and she draws blood, which drips down his tabard, her eyes, she shakes her head and her eyes go back to normal, and she goes, "What?" She looks down at her sword, which has your blood on it, and she goes, "I'm sorry?" And then she turns around to the mist elemental, which flies forward and flies past her and into Erevan, and it enters Erevan's space.
Oh shit.
And its tendrils whip around and whip Erevan, and he feels his mind start to turn, and he has thoughts of anger and evil and hatred, and he just wants to hurt the nearest person even if he liked them, but he shakes it off as he blocks the misty ice that tries to assault him, and the mist elemental roars at him and flies into this room here. And Biggie's turn.
Let's see. Can I make it to the spot right next to him? Melee range?
Yeah.
Awesome. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use Booming Blade. So I'm going to cast the cantrip Booming Blade. So along with the spell, I make an attack. So I'm going to attack him with my long sword. And you brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting and make a melee attack against one creature. On a hit, the target suffers an extra effect. So I'm going to make my attack. So I'm rolling. And, 2. Oh, wait, I get bless? Maybe I can squeak one out. So I get, let's see. I only get a +4 attack. +4, 8, 10. Shit. Nah, that's only 10 into attack.
10.
So miss.
That's a miss. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was my attack.
All right.
Okay.
Aravin's turn.
Ow! Oh my god! Oh my god! You just beat me up. I'm gonna go in here. And hold on, I'm sorry.
Problem?
Oh, you might want to move to the right one space so that Zoe will be able to fit in here to attack it.
What'd you say?
If you move Aravin to the right one space, then that way Zoe will be able to get in melee range of it. You guys can like surround it in the corner. Yeah,
Got it.
That way. Yeah, because then he's gonna come like down here, you know. Or whatever.
Okay.
Okay. What are we doing?
I'm gonna stab with my silver rapier and then cast Vicious Mockery as a
Alright.
bonus.
Go for it.
I'm sorry, I was getting kind of tired.
Fine. We're almost done. Like, this will probably be the last round, depending on what happens.
Yeah, basically at this point everyone's just rolling attack.
And I'm sorry that I'm getting so tired, guys.
That's good. It's getting late. We were just trying to get this one done. I think that's fine.
Makes me feel so
20 to
old.
hit.
I used to stay up till like 8 in the
That
morning
hits.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit different
I
now.
work nights, but still.
Go ahead and roll
You
your
can roll
just to
damage.
hit.
Yeah, it failed the Vicious Mockery roll too, so you can roll both of them.
That's a total of 12 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Archie's turn. I'm assuming you're helping. Oh, he's far away. Can he get back up here?
I think so. He's got 120 fly, so
Oh, jeez.
yeah,
Okay.
easily.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
And he's gonna help.
120.
Here, I'll double check, but it's pretty
Oh,
high.
it's 60, but 120 if you dash. But I think that's within 60.
Oh, I was thinking of dash.
He's within 60. That's fine.
Okay, so I just wanted him to fly a movement speed away, basically. So he flies up,
Yeah.
but I want to like just scooch back a little bit after I attack him.
Yeah, he can scooch back one square.
Okay, so
Alright.
help action. So next attack, the disadvantage for being invisible gets canceled.
All right, and that goes to Zoe if Zoe would like to do the honors.
Alright, I gotta walk up the rest of the way. Which one am I attacking again?
The last one left, the Mist Elemental.
Yeah, just
Oh,
pop your
yeah.
distracting strike.
Okay, I'm gonna need help knowing what to roll. I'm very out of it and I can't find my character sheet.
Yeah,
Just
no,
roll
I'll-
your.
yeah,
I'll-
yeah, just make a weapon attack.
Here, I got it.
Alright.
Okay.
No, I got the what?
Okay, you just attack
got
like
the
normal.
weapon
That's pretty much it.
With my sword this time, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, but we still have bless, right?
Mhm.
Yes, extra 1d4. And no disadvantage since Archie did the help action.
Yeah, not advantage, but it's not disadvantage.
If he makes this attack, then it might just kill it. 'Cause he's gonna roll a lot of damage. Oh, nice.
Crit if dead.
29 to hit.
Oh, we're not doing the math on the damage.
My
It's dead.
bless was max damage too.
No, wait, let him
Literal.
Or
roll,
not
let him roll,
damage, max hit.
Roll double damage.
2d6
and add your modifier.
So it's 2d6 for your short sword.
Wait, what?
And
You don't need distracting strike. It'd be a waste of a die.
Nah.
You can roll them to see what they would be.
Okay, well I rolled 2d6 because it's crit, right?
Yep. The minimum damage he can possibly do with a crit is enough to kill it in one shot.
Well, that's meta. If it wasn't 11:30
Yeah,
at
more
night, I would
damage.
insist that you roll that damage.
I just rolled the
Alright.
damage 10.
No, the bonus damage he was talking about. It's
Oh.
when you hit, and I don't know if it's calculated after or before the damage. I think it would have to be. I don't know. Anyway,
You're
I
right.
have to
It is.
refresh
He
with every
decides
find my
when you hit.
character sheet.
you stab it, and your rapier goes through its body, and it takes not as much damage from the attack because it's not a magical attack. But you strike at it, and it's so dissipated and weakened that you strike it, and the last little bits of silver doesn't matter. The last little bits of mist try to coalesce into a form, and then they try to gather up some more mist, and it appears over here, and it appears over here, and then it suddenly has moved around so much that the mist is just kind of reabsorbed into what mist exists, and then you hear a loud, breathy sigh as the mist in this area completely subsides.
Hooray.
Yay.
Yay. And we can end there. We don't have to do any post-game discussion or whatever. The combat is over, and you hear the gates over here. You hear them squeak open. They were
Wait, what
locked if you
gates?
guys tried to get it. The gates at the exit, they were locked, but if you guys tried to get out, they
Oh.
opened up as you killed the last creature.
Oh yeah, because we have to get the horse still. We have to get Vladimir.
Yeah.
Nice.
And okay, so combat's over. The rain kind of lets up a little bit. It's still foggy and misty, and it's still a little bit drippy, but the thunder is kind of calmed down, and it's just like a cold, rainy night now. Did any of you... We're going to end. I just want to ask one question. I know you guys are all tired. You're probably not going to, except maybe Nick. Did anyone get anything of significance from Strahd's speech, or were you just kind of pissing your pants?
I guess
I don't remember it now.
You can watch...
Strahd basically said, you guys are all welcome here, and you shouldn't have just come in and started attacking and running around my castle like crazy, but it's cool, that I'll be fine. But I do want to test your skill in combat and stuff. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, that was the gist of it. Not the thing I was looking for, but I'll let Nick go and look at it again. If you guys haven't figured it out by next session, I will allow you to make intelligence checks, and with 3 intelligence checks plus NPCs, you're going to get it. But suspense.
That's what you think.
Something he said had ulterior motive, and it'd be cool if you guys realized it. So you can watch the stream if you want. Just pay close attention to the way things are worded. I know I kind of said a lot, which is kind of the point. But let's end here. I know everyone's tired, so I don't want to hang around and have any sort of post discussion unless someone had something specific they wanted to talk about.
Nope. So yeah, let's wrap up here because everyone is tired. So when we come back, I'll watch the stream and we'll kind of remember what Strahd said. We can have like a conversation about it, and then off the ledge we go.
Yeah.
Remember what the Strahd said. Future hat. Okay, yeah, no, that sounds like a plan.
All right.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go end the
Cool.
stream now. So thanks everyone, and